Yo, 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 welcome to another Raw Real Review with your boy Shef. We are live and we are back for the first time this week. You guys let us know in the chat if we're lagging or not. It's looking like we're moving a little slow over here on our side, but if you guys can do us a huge favor and let us know if y'all can hear us and see us the right way. But until then, we're here to react to Hawkeye episode 4. But
why do you sound so excited?
I am excited. I'm excited to be here, you know, reacting to this show that I put my name on the line for. You know. I'm excited, but how are you doing, Miss M, first and foremost? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was sick over the weekend, but I'm doing better.
Yeah? That's good to hear. It's always great to hear.
Right?
So yeah, man, we 4 episodes in to Hawkeye.
Why you say it like that?
You know, a few streams ago, man, I really put my name out on the line for this show. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why I feel the way I feel about this show, but I just felt like after episode 3, things were gonna go like up like crazy. But they literally like stayed exactly where they was at. And if not, just, I don't know, man. This show for me is, we was talking about this before the stream. If this wasn't a Marvel show, I probably wouldn't even continue watching. Like, even up till like, what, we're in the 4th episode? I'm just not interested. Like, I'm just like,
Really?
I don't know, man. What do you think? Quick.
I think it got better.
Of the series so far, like just as a whole.
I think it got better. I don't think it's the strongest like episode 4 compared to like all of the other series. Episode 4.
Hell no.
But I also don't know that it's fair to necessarily compare them to the other shows because it's not like the other shows. The only other show that was kind of I mean, Hawkeye and WandaVision were grounded, kind of, but I mean, more. The only one you could really compare it to is Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that one was more action based. Whereas this one's just, it's more of like a home-based type of, you know, just New York City. There's there's a little bit of explosions, but I don't know. It's like its own show in its own category. And I feel like it's gotten better, and I hope it ends well. But I don't know if it's really living up to the hype that everybody wants it to, especially you. I feel like, yeah. I feel like everybody thought it was they had the most time to work on it. So it should be better, but I don't know. I think the directing style is just a little different for me. I don't mind it. It's gotten better. I told you in the beginning I wanted to like this show, and I think I like it. I don't love it. It's not my favorite, but I like it. After those first 2 episodes, I didn't think I was going to like it at all.
I mean, I'm glad somebody likes it. I'm glad.
Well, the one person in the world.
I'm glad somebody likes it and is really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want you guys to get me wrong. Like, it's not a bad show. You know, let's just get that out the way. It's not a bad show. But, huge but, all caps. This is a Marvel project coming out after, I mean, What If was kind of like, it was hit and miss. Some people liked it. It wasn't for everybody. But, as far as the live action series, this is the 4th and the last series of the year. So I just would expect it, like, just more greatness to be like added to the greatness of the other series that's been shown. And to me, it's just like this, it's not greatness at all. This is like basic. Yeah. We could have came up with a better script for this. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. I really want to hold this show like on its own separate thing, but I can't. I really can't. Because we've been seeing nothing but hits. You know, like WandaVision, smash. Falcon and Winter Soldier, smash. No Hope, but it was a smash. Loki, smash. You see what I'm saying? What If was, you know, it was interesting. This, I'm just disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm overall disappointed. Like, we was literally just watching the show before we came on the stream. And I think I was sitting in the chair, you were sitting on the couch. And like the whole time I'm literally like watching, I think my arms are folded.
You looked bored. Not bored, but you were just like, All right.
I'm waiting.
You had that. I'm here so I don't get fined.
I'm literally waiting for just like, hit me, Marvel, or something. Please, hit me. Because episode 3, the first like 5-10 minutes with, Echo and,
It was a step up from
that was like, that hit me as soon as the episode came out. I'm like, oh, I felt something. But then we go back to this, and it's just like, and like I said, I think I'm unfairly, putting this show in the same realm as all the other Marvel shows. But by episode 4, man, like, of each show, go back to episode 4 of each show. It was like, oh shit, like, especially the 6 episode shows. Yeah. WandaVision, it probably picked up like episode. I mean, WandaVision was good. Like, I'm just really disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really disappointed. I'm tired of the one-dimensional mom. What's her name?
Vera Farmiga.
She's a very talented actress. Very. And we got her playing this simple, basic, what the hell, one-dimensional role. I'm just tired of it. Episode 4, we finally seen her again episode 4. And she's literally the same character in person she's been since the show dropped. Literally no development.
Yeah.
And we got 2 episodes left. Like, we know something fishy happened with the dad. It's like, I'm just disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed.
John said he thought this episode was really good. I agree. It's not. I don't think we can hold it to the Marvel If we don't hold it to Marvel standards, I guess it's not a bad show. It's actually pretty good. But I think, like we said, because it has the Marvel name on it, you're expecting a certain amount, and it's just, or a certain like goodness level, and it's like, it's getting there.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's picking up. I think it's getting there, and I hope they end it really well. I don't know. I'm kind of like holding back on saying, oh, this isn't a good show, or no, it's not even like worthy of a Marvel name until the end. If they can't close this show very well, then that'll tell me like really they just really didn't know what to do with it, and they just wanted a Hawkeye show to have a Hawkeye show. But depending on how they end it, how they wrap everything up, I just want to at least give it that chance.
Yeah.
Especially because episode 1 and 2 were so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it is true. It's not, and this is like a life quote. It's just not how you start. It's how you finish.
Right.
So, I mean, we got 2 episodes left, but just for me as a fan, like, don't get me wrong. I love all of Clint's scenes. I love everything that he's attached to in this series. Like, bless you, Sam.
Bless you.
You okay? You right? All right.
We all got sick with you.
All right. I love everything that Clint has done in this series so far. Like, every scene that he's in, I really love it. For me, it's episode 4, and it's really hard and difficult for me to believe that Kate Bishop is gonna be the next Hawkeye. I just don't believe it. Like, let me know in the chat, do y'all agree? Like, do y'all see her taking up the mantle by episode 6? This girl is just, she don't know what the hell is going on. She always lost as hell.
Yeah.
Like, like, this is supposed to be the next Avenger? Because Hawkeye was an Avenger, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I just don't believe it. I just don't believe in 2 episodes she can, like, get some kind of skills. She's still trying to learn about the trick arrows and stuff, which is cool.
I kind of gave you my theory, and I'll do it at the end of this, but I kind of gave you my theory as to how that'll develop. Because I think just right out of the gate, I don't think she can just be up to par with the Avengers. But my theory that I told you, do you remember?
What is it? I forgot.
Well, no, we're going to skip to the end, but her and Yelena. Yelena, she could have killed Clint. She had the sneak attack. She could have easily killed Clint if that was truly her mission.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna, have a conversation with Clint and realize he didn't mean to kill Natasha. And then, the Avengers need their new Black Widow. So maybe she doesn't partner up with Val. Maybe she becomes an Avenger, and maybe she actually teaches Kate how to fight. You know what I mean? Like, Kate can learn. Kate has shown us.
Kate got rocked this episode.
Yeah, she did.
Maya was not playing. Echo was on her ass.
Yeah, see, John said his mind was blown in the fight scene, and he said, "Give Kate a little break. She's trying." I do think the world's been a little harsh on the Kate character.
I'm just not up until this point, episode 4. I am not sold that. I love her hero aspirations, but I mean, like how you said, it's not for everybody. But we know she's gonna be the next Hawkeye. But so far through episode 4. I just don't see it. Like, she's like, I don't know. Honestly, for this whole series, like, and we've been getting a lot of Clint, but I would have rather it started off as us getting Clint first, and then kind of trying to usher her in versus like, because I feel like they're trying to play catch up now.
Kind of. I think.
No, what were you gonna say?
I would say the Clint that we haven't gotten enough of him, I don't think, but I think the Clint scenes and stuff that we have gotten were amazing.
Yeah. Sorry. I will say that. But I just really don't. I still like up until this point, I don't really care for the Kate Bishop character. Like, I mean, like, yeah, the mom's got some shady stuff going on, but it's like I'm not invested in like just her. Like, they even showed like the police stuff like prior to this episode, like. They showed the police calling and looking for her, right? Mm-hmm. And then literally she goes to a cop and gets a new outfit. So are the police really looking for her? Like,
it is true. I think I mentioned that to you. I'm like, I don't ever remember her going in to get questioned.
Yeah, like they literally showed that at the beginning of this episode. Like her avoiding the police dude calling her and like,
that's
you
true.
need to come in. But then like the police guy, the LARPer guy, is in the episode, and I don't even know if he's a firefighter or a cop. Which one is it? Is he both?
I think he's the firefighter. The cop was the black lady.
But like, you telling me that Kate Bishop is like wanted for questioning, and you're a cop in the same area, and you're not bringing like...
Her name's not in the system. She's not a criminal. He wouldn't just know that, even if he ran her name.
Who?
The cop, or she. Even if the cop ran her name... Kate Bishop's name's not in the system. She's not arrested for anything.
But you're telling me, like, she's not, like, when the cop goes to work every day and they get a briefing on, like, what's been going on. Like, you telling me this cop don't know that her supervisor or whatever is looking for Kate Bishop and wants her to come in?
I don't know. I don't think she's wanted that, like, she hasn't done anything that big. She's just wanted for questioning.
I don't know.
They wouldn't have her picture because she's not in the system.
It was just weird for me that a cop wanted her in for, like, to interrogate her, get questioning. And then we see her in the scene with a cop just, hey, can you make me a uniform and do me a favor?
Well, she didn't give the cop her name either. She just said I needed those arrows back. She understands that it's Hawkeye. Like, I see that whole part of it. I think I told you that whole scene didn't seem real to me just because, you know, cops are not going to just go check out evidence just because you say you're with Hawkeye. You know, I don't know. That whole scene was kind of...
Should walk up with arrows and a bow. I'm Hawkeye.
If it was that easy, yeah.
I'm Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. But we can go ahead and start.
Yeah, we're basically breaking it down.
The playback. The playback of the episode. I was really disappointed what they did with. I really actually loved the cliffhanger on the third episode where Jack had the sword to Hawkeye's neck.
Oh, okay.
I love that cliffhanger. But then to blow it off at the beginning of the episode, I'm like, really?
What do you mean blow it off?
Like, oh, you're Archer? Like, that was funny. And he didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
that was funny. Pretty funny. But I wanted that to be a bigger deal.
You wanted it to be a fight scene?
I wanted it to be like a, oh shit, you pull a sword out, like, you know, like...
Dude has a sword.
I mean, we know that's Ronan's sword, you know? But it's like, I just wanted more of that. I wanted more of that Clint, like, Jack, like... Like, I at least wanted Clint to fight for his sword back or something, you know?
But he wasn't armed.
Who?
Clint. He had nothing on him.
He didn't have no arrows? I mean, he always stayed with some arrows somewhere.
Maybe. We'd have to rewatch it, but I don't think so.
I'm just saying, I wish that scene would have played out a lot different. Like, I don't like how you have a cliffhanger, episode 3, like, oh my god, he got the sword to his neck. And then 30 seconds into the first episode, oh, we're all sitting down talking about family. Like, that's bullshit to me.
Well, I think it's interesting.
It should have been a more sus moment versus like 20 seconds.
I mean, see, he doesn't have arrows. But also, I mean, these two intervened. What is Hawkeye going to do? Start a fight right in the middle with the two women there? I just don't think it was the scene. Even if Jack did want to fight him, I don't think that's the place to fight.
Yeah, I understand it. I just wish there would have been more of a like... Maybe, like, give us a tease that they're going to like fight. You know, eventually or something like that. I would have liked to see more tension between Jack and Hawkeye, but to me it just seems like Jack is like, oh, Archer, you're cool now, you know? Like, there's no tension, like, with these two.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. I feel like this scene really, it kind of threw me off. It's like, is Jack kind of oblivious? Is he not the bad guy in this? I know he's the CEO of Sloan.
Yeah.
But he just kind of, I think this scene was meant to humanize him. Like, I actually liked him. The way he danced with her and the way he sang the Christmas song. And he's kind of goofy because he doesn't get the whatever, what do you call them, isms or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, he says your heart grows older instead of fonder. Like, he's just kind of goofy. He was actually likable in this scene.
He was more human.
Oddly enough.
This episode, yeah.
And even Kate noticed, like, you know, I've never seen you like that, Mom. Like, she's actually happy and noticing that she's smiling and kind of giggly. So I think this scene really humanized him. You got to see a little bit more of Vera's emotions, more than just her regular, like, being on Kate's ass about things. But I don't know. It kind of threw me off because he's just being goofy and whatnot else. And it's like, is Jack a bad character or is it just the mom?
Yeah, once again, I'm just really disappointed with her character thus far. Like, I feel like they could have used her like a lot more.
I do think she's underutilized.
She is. Like, anybody could have played her character. Like, like she's sus as hell. She's so sus. Like make me make me want to like be on her side. You know, like, cause like literally nobody is like. There's literally nobody that's like, all right, the mom isn't sus. Everybody's like, oh, the mom is sus as fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Like throw us off.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we know if it's not Jack, it's the mom. You know? Mm-hmm. So it's like throw us off. Like, I just think a lot of this stuff is just too predictable. You know?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Show us how Hawkeye just managed to steal his sword back.
That was pretty cool. John said he loved how smooth he stole that sword back. Do we need to know though? He's Hawkeye. Do you really need?
No, don't give me that.
He is.
Do not give me his. No, Hawkeye has not earned that. Okay.
Really?
This was Hawkeye's show to show us like all the cool skills that he knows and stuff like that.
You don't think that little
up until this point we cannot be like, oh, he's Hawkeye. No.
Oh hell no. Yeah, I give him that. He's earned that.
What do y'all think in the chat, man? I just
back me up here, John.
Can you guys? I just do not believe. It's hard for me to believe that, you know, Jack seeing this sword at a ransom would not have his eyes on the sword.
But he's goofy.
Is he?
Well, I don't know. So that's the thing. It throws you off.
It just hard for me to like not think that Jack and the mom wants Hawkeye. Like they're on his ass because he stole from them. Technically, he stole.
They stole.
I mean, but this is their first time meeting the Avenger, Hawkeye, and you realize he stole the Ronin sword. Like that don't like I don't understand. Like, why did he do that?
Why did Hawkeye steal his own sword back?
Yes, at that moment. Everybody's gonna know he stole it.
When's the next time he's gonna be in that house?
But so you're telling me, so if nobody in the world knows that Hawkeye is Ronin, right? You telling me the fact that Clint stole the sword isn't gonna signal the woman that's at the top of the security chain and say, oh, this gotta be Ronin. This gotta, you know, like Hawkeye's smarter than this.
Well, why would it automatically have to be Ronin though? Because Jack stole the sword first, and nobody was like, "Oh, he's Ronin."
I mean, but nobody knew Jack had the sword.
So just because Hawkeye has a sword, he's Ronin?
No, I'm saying the head of the security, her, and Jack, they're gonna connect it, obviously, because like, why would Hawkeye steal that sword from their house? That's what I'm trying to say.
Do we even? Well, I mean, I'm assuming she knows, but we never know for sure that she even knows he has the Ronin sword. That Jack has the Ronin sword.
She's seen him pull it on him at the beginning of the episode.
Did she see the sword out though?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you're Archer."
But by the time she came out, wasn't the sword retracted?
She know he got that sword. They in all this shit together, you know. So she knows he got the sword, but it's just weird for me for somebody that's trying to be on the low, like just like what was stopping them from saying like, "Yo, stop! Where's the sword?"
Well, Jack stayed at the table, and Vera's not like even paid attention to that.
No, I'm saying in the future, like what's stopping them from being like, "Well, he stole his sword."
I'll tell you next week when they notice.
Oh my god, like I just think some of the decisions Hawkeye has made just on this show was kind of like,
really?
It was kind of cheesy, man. Like I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see, but I don't know. Just the head of a security, she's the head of security, and they let an Avenger just come and swipe a sword. Really?
She is a little late though. Did you notice at the table when she was like, and I just got an alert 10 minutes ago. Like, that's 10 minutes. Your stuff's gone if you just got robbed 10 minutes ago.
What kind of security is it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that was a slip up or that's intentional to make you be like, what kind of security is this? Maybe her security company's a front.
Maybe the show is a front for an actual good show.
You're horrible. That is horrible. Disrespect.
But no, man. I just hate to pick out like small things, you know. But it's like when I don't enjoy parts of a show, I have to focus in on the little small things, like what the, you know. Like I don't mind Hawkeye getting the sword back. That I just would have liked to see him get it back, like
a better way.
Yeah, like fight for the sword back, like.
But he can't fight in the scene.
I mean, no, but like I just didn't want to see him get the sword back so easily. That.
But when's he ever gonna run into Jack and fight him?
Whenever him and Kate, you know, figure out the tracksuit stuff and tie it all back to the mom, and they all meet up, and then they have a sword battle, and Hawkeye disarms him because he's a better swordsman. You know, like something. You know, like I just think I don't know. We'll see what they do with the sword in the next 2 episodes, but.
Here's what I want to know: who's she talking to in the scene? And she said, "Could you call me back? It's urgent."
Did she say that after Hawkeye left?
After he left.
She's probably talking to. I mean, everybody's assuming it's Kingpin, but.
You think she's tied to him too?
Oh yeah, she's definitely tied to the mob. She's tied to like some deep shit. I mean, they're like foreshadowing a lot of stuff, but it's just for me. I just would have loved to see her character like just do better, man. And shout out to the mom getting all these. Shout out to the mom getting all these house scenes.
Laura.
Man. She been getting house scenes since Avengers Infinity War.
Right, she's been in the same house.
Like, can we get this girl out the house and shoot some scenes?
I do love her though. They did
a
great job with her in this show.
I love her, but I would have rather. We were talking about this earlier before the stream. Mm-hmm. I would have rather have her and Hawkeye in scenes together trying to figure this out, and like the kids go with her grandma or something, because like. I'm tired of seeing her in the house. Every time we see her, she's on the phone with Hawkeye. Like, can we get some scenes of you and Hawkeye like doing some shit? Cause she knows some shit.
She does.
He obviously like tells her about some super secret stuff. So it's like I would have liked to see her out the house actually doing some stuff versus always in the house, in the bathroom on the phone, on the couch on the phone, in the living room, in the kitchen on the phone. Like, goddamn, can we get some different scenes? Show her at the grocery store on the phone or something. Get her out of this house. Yeah. That was one of my pet peeves. Just seeing this. Because, man, we just see, like, I'm just tired of seeing her in the house. She deserves more. Let her go outside, man.
He said she's out at the party. John said she's out at the party.
Who's out at the party? Not his wife. His wife was always in the house.
I don't remember a party scene where she was out.
Me neither. I just remember she got blipped in the house. And then
he might think we're talking about Vera Farmiga. We're talking about
Hawkeye's
wife.
We're talking about Clint's mom.
The night of the auction. Yeah, I think that's Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, so we're talking about Clint's mom. Not Clint's mom. Clint's wife right now. We're talking about Clint's wife. Every scene that you've seen her in any of the Marvel movies, her ass has always been in the house. On the phone. Like, get this girl some outside the house scenes. Like, come on now. But right now, I guess we're in the scene where she's talking to Kate, and you know Jack is just listening by the door the whole time, and he just comes in at the perfect minute, you know, to catch on the last sentence of what they say. And this is you pointed this out. This is one of the scenes where we actually felt like Kate and her mom actually like bonded.
Yeah.
Like this is the only time I feel like that this was her mom. A little bit.
Well, it's interesting because she's like, well, my mom doesn't dance, and her mom gets right up and dances. So now that I'm rewatching it, I'm like, maybe she doesn't know who her mom really is.
Is this even her mom? Like, did she get adopted? Like, she really is like a stepmom. She is playing a great stepmom.
John said Laura's a scroll.
Damn.
The wife.
Damn, that would suck. Hawkeye really go full Ronin in once he realized he impregnated a scroll.
Right.
Holy shit. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, the whole family bonding scene was pretty cool. I mean, it was something different finally. But just for me, it was just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like they shot that scene to like kind of throw us off. You know, I feel like this isn't real, to be honest. Her and Jack just talking and being all smiley and happy. I feel like fake as fuck to me, honestly.
This dynamic.
It just felt fake. I just
Really.
I don't know. There's something like we obviously know.
It's fishy, yeah.
We obviously know there's something going on. I just feel like they're putting on a show in front of her for some reason. I don't know. Like they really just. I don't know, man. They both sus as hell. I would have loved to see more character development with these two characters, honestly, throughout this series, because we only got 2 episodes left, and I honestly don't think 2 episodes is enough to like just get us like more informed about like, you know, Jack or the mom. You know, it's just like by episode 5 we're gonna see like a big setup villain or whatever, and like they're gonna get exposed. But it's just like I would have loved to see more character building with those two if they're gonna be like a part of the show so much, you know.
That is true. They could have done a little bit better at that.
Yeah, villains definitely could have got a lot better.
The whole scene of him taping the daiquiris to his arm, though, it's such a typical guy.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
That was pretty funny. I actually enjoyed that scene. So we're at the scene where Hawkeye, he's like, this was like, I did enjoy this scene a lot, because this kind of showed me that Hawkeye is human.
He has a heart.
Like, he's human. This is him healing from his wounds. Like, this was perfect. Like, I'm glad that they didn't brush over that. Oh, I'm Hawkeye. I can just, you know, fight people, and, you know, I wake up the next day and I'm good. You know. I like the human part of this, and I also liked how Kate, you know, wanted to, you know, come over and bring him Pete. You know, like that was a cool little scene. I kind of felt like it was rushed a little bit though.
This scene?
Just the whole scene with them having a good time, then go to a deep dark place. I feel like it was kind of forced, or kind of like, cause like the whole time you could just see everything happy.
Yeah.
But you know they're gonna talk about something serious, you know. So I just feel like it was kind of awkward and kind of rushed, like how like.
I mean, I know they were drinking too. That helps. That was, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But.
I just feel like it was rushed, because like what even happened for her to leave to ask? I think he was saying something like, she asked him, have you ever took a shot at somebody you regret or something?
Oh yeah, talking about
something. And then he just went into his whole, you know, he was all sad. You know, I mean, you know, Black Widow died. He's still feeling that. Like, give our boy some time to heal. You know, from that. But I just thought that was kind of forced, how that whole like.
Well, to be fair, he kind of started the, you know, that's nice that you brought all this stuff over, but let's talk about Sword Boy. He kind of got into this serious conversation a little bit. So, I mean, he opened the door for it, and then they start making the plans and all of that, and in between, they're like watching the movies and doing all that. So I don't know. I do think it was a really rushed scene. I would have loved to have seen this scene be a little bit, at least, you know, 3-4 minutes longer, but. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was a really good scene, though. I love Hawkeye and the cat Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. You know, she's a dork. She just plays up her personality so dorky, like using a dry erase pen or whatever.
Yeah.
The dog, I love the dog in the whole scene. He's just, you know, chill and he's there. But it was just a really good scene.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind. You say I'm like a Christmas hater, but you know, I didn't mind. I didn't mind the whole like Christmas like music and like them like connecting and stuff like that. But like for me, honestly, if you're gonna fill the episode with this, give us a longer episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like too much time was spent on this and the beginning for them to just cut us off at the end with the little shit that they gave us. You know.
With the fight?
Like just to cut off like I just feel like the episode could, like, if this is the like I feel like we spent too much time here and not enough time like towards the end of the episode, like for us to look forward to something, you know, because like for me, I mean, we're skipping ahead, but like I'm not looking forward to the like next episode, but I'm gonna watch it. But it's just like, where's the cliffhanger?
I don't know though. I do think they needed to give it a longer episode, because I do think this scene is important and it could have even been a little bit longer. But they should have done a longer episode for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. This was one of the coolest things though, with whatever that little like tag that he flicks out, and he's like, oh yeah, I can, you know, a quarter or a nickel, but a dime's too light. And she's like, prove it. Yeah. I love that whole scene. She's like, no, bullshit. And then he teaches it to her. I mean, it's interesting to go from like one scene where she's saying, why don't you use boomerang arrows? And it's like, really? Like, you're that ditzy?
Yeah.
And then she actually learns how to do this cool trick, that Hawkeye, the Avenger knows. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping they're kind of like leading us towards like, okay, she might be a little ditzy and goofy, but she's actually got, real potential. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see. John said, Kate finally found out he's Ronin. I kind of expected Kate to be more dramatic about that. Everybody did. I don't know. I would be like, really? You killed all those people? You're so nice. You're Hawkeye.
My thing is, like, when did she know? Because, like, she didn't just find out when she asked him that, like, simple question. Like, she literally said, so your family got blipped, huh? And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, so you're Ronin. Like, she figured it out, allegedly, because, like, the answer, I guess, he gave her. But it's like, I mean, she probably knew this whole time and just wanted, to just get it out there and ask him.
I mean, that was a really cool question, though. Like, what's the best shot you ever took because you're Hawkeye? And he's like, the one I didn't take. And then he regretted probably saying it, but then it kind of led into, Nat. And I mean, he kind of let her.
Yeah,
in
he got emotional and like.
Yeah.
See, like, I don't like how. You see, that shift for me was too fast. Like, he was happy as fuck. Then look, I don't want to talk. Like that.
He didn't get mad. He was just kind of like.
I just think that, like, the dynamic for me shifted way too fast. Like, they were just having fun talking and and then he went from, don't talk to me about that. And of course he opens up and he says, like, what happened to Black Widow and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I mean, we were talking earlier, man. I wonder. I think something's definitely gonna happen to him because it seems like, I think he's suffering. I think he's suffering, just like, he's going deaf. Like, he's got survivor's remorse, And it's like, even though he has his family, he's still, like, dealing with stuff. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I think he's going to either, like, take his hearing aid off or something going to happen and he's just going to, like, retire or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're all expecting him to retire.
But I think he's going to retire in the grave. Because I think somebody's going to take him out.
I don't know. I mean, not because he wants them to. I mean, he's gonna put up a fight. His family's alive, but yeah. I don't know.
I was hoping my girl, no, we ain't even talk about her yet because that pissed me off too. We're not gonna even, we're gonna wait till we get to that part of the show with Yelena. But I mean, just for me, like this, like we're still in the scene, right? The whole Christmas. And them talking to each other scene, right? Mm-hmm. And like we're at the part where like things like start to get serious, but it's just for me there was too much time spent on this one scene, and then we have to move and rush into like all these other scenes. Like honestly, I would have liked to see more of the scene where he snuck in the car with the guy.
Kazi?
Yeah, I would have liked to see more of that scene, like how he got in, or just like like I feel like that was an actual like scene that like could have like spent some more time on, because he was saying like, yo, Echo, you need to tell her chill out, like I feel like they all know he's running. I feel like everybody knows.
I'm sure they do.
Like even the tracksuits, I think they know he's running.
I don't know. I think that scene was long enough. I think this is a more important scene just because they get into deep stuff. Talking about him. I lost my family. Half the world did. I kept doing what I was trained to do. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I think it further humanized Hawkeye, and it even allowed her to really see a different side of him. She's starting. She's been the one that's seen, see how he talked to his kids on the phone, and now she gets to see him talking about, this pain and this hurt, and this is probably the first time. Well,
he's actually talking. Yeah.
Opened up about it. I'm sure he's talked to Laura about it, but
on the phone.
We don't see that. Only on the phone.
Yeah. You know what? You want to hear something crazy? We haven't seen them two together. Not in this show, not once. We haven't seen them together. We've seen him with his kids together, but we have not seen Hawkeye and his wife together in the same scene.
Not since like the first Avengers, or whatever one that was. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like Civil War or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I think she might have been at Tony's funeral. Maybe. I don't remember.
Oh, I think so.
She might have been, but it's just crazy to me that she's still at the house on the phone. That's crazy.
John said Hawkeye or Clint lost his personality from the Avengers movies. I think his like funniness and all that just kind of died out.
Yeah.
He's seen too much.
Yeah, Widow died, and he's he's kind of sad, you know. He like that. I feel like that really is like Ada. I mean, this whole Ronin stuff is really, you know,
a weight on him.
He's done a lot of stuff. That's why I'm saying I think something's gonna happen to him, you know, because he took out all these people, you know, and it's like it seemed like everything is like all catching up to him, you know.
Yeah.
So I think my guy is gonna bite the dust.
John said, I think Echo still thinks Kate is Ronin because she was stealing the watch back. Oh, she could be.
Yo.
She could be thinking that.
Yo, my girl Echo got them hands, bro. My girl Echo, whoo. My girl Echo do not play. She don't care who you is. I feel bad for a 1v1. Like, that's what I'm saying. I do not believe Kate is gonna be the next. I cannot. When you got a girl like Echo that can just smoke her just easy. Like, Echo need to be the next Hawkeye or something. Because I just don't believe Kate can stand a chance against a formidable foe. I just don't believe it. Like, one-on-one, I don't think Kate can take out nobody. I mean, she took out all the tracksuit dudes at the auction, but they was the tracksuit dudes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Like, even her archer skills to me, like, ain't even all that. I mean, she's been hitting, like, stuff on point, you know, in the car scene and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't even respect her archery skills, man.
She's been hitting stuff on point and you don't respect her archery skills?
I mean, she ain't really, like, did nothing, like, I don't know, man. Like, she like, I just don't see it. That's what it really is. I just don't see it. I just don't believe she, like, even she got the arrows on her back with the what is it, the bow and arrow, the bow.
I do think it's weird that she just walks around like that and nobody's like questioning it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're LARPers with swords, so they wouldn't question it, I don't think. But like society, you know how just she walks around into that New York
with a bow and arrow, like, you know, like the police wants her in for questioning, and she walking around with a bow and arrow in New York. Like, it's just a lot of stuff's not adding up for me. Of course, they brought back the LARPer people, and to me, I mean, maybe it's gonna play out in the later episodes, but I feel like it was like, why? Like, why bring them back and like try to, like, you know, like if somebody's like cousin or something, like part of the show and just want to be in the show and they need like some extras for the LARPers or whatever, you know, like, why are they here? Like, I enjoyed them, I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed them the first time I seen them, but it's like, to redo it again, to me, it was kind of like, all right.
A little overused.
It's like, okay, like, now it's not funny anymore. You know? But just right quick, the episode, it wasn't a bad episode, right? I just wanted to say that. It wasn't a bad episode. But for me, I just wanted to see like a huge jump because I knew that this was episode 4 and we got 2 episodes left. Like, I wanted to see like, oh shit, like it's going down. We got 2 episodes left, you know? And like, just this whole episode didn't do it for me. You see me, you said I was just looking like,
you were not impressed.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that excited me with this episode was the end, or the fight rooftop scene. You know, that was the only thing that excited me a little bit. Up until that, I was like, I was just here, you know, just watching an episode. You could play, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna say that. That was the first 2 episodes. But just for me, it just, I don't know. It was, I feel like the stuff they showed in this episode, we could have got shown a lot more, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
John says Kate's pretty good at shooting arrows, but she's not flawless like Hawkeye, and I want to see her shoot an arrow with a dramatic purpose. And he said this episode impressed me. I thought there were things that could have improved on, but I don't think it was a bad episode.
Just for me, it doesn't seem like a huge step up from episode 3. You know, it kind of feels like...
Does it need to be?
It feels like an extension, kind of, almost.
Why?
Like, it's not a different episode to me. Like, the only difference in this episode was Kate and Clint talking about, like, deep stuff at the apartment. And then, like, the rooftop scene. That was literally the only differences between this episode and episode 3.
And Vera and what's his name? Jack.
Well, yeah, they showed up.
I mean, the whole episode was different. I mean, even Kazi, like him, you know, talking to Kazi, the whole episode was kind of different. I just think there's scenes that should have been done better. and should have been cut. Like, do we need the LARPer scene again?
Yeah.
How else do we get the trick arrows back, though? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just feel like we could have got a way better episode 4 if we got 6 episodes. Cause here's my thing, right? When you have 6 episodes, I feel like you have to convey something really fast, and like you need each episode to tell like something different, like that's going on within the whole 6 episode series, you know? So honestly, for me, like I felt like a lot of stuff in this episode could have happened in episode 3. You know, like I just would have liked to seen, like, if they were gonna introduce something new, like introduce it in this episode, and like bring it all, like by this episode we should like be bringing everything together, like, oh shit. And it's like, it's not like that. Now we gotta go into episode 5 not knowing what the hell, you know.
That's kind of, I don't know, that's your cliffhanger by definition.
But for me, seeing the end of this episode, if I'm not a Marvel fan, I'm like, show's alright.
Are you really watching this if you're not a Marvel fan, though?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But like, that's not good though. It's Christmas time. People want a show to watch. People want to sit at home and watch something. And this is honestly, I wouldn't sit and watch this. True,
but Marvel's not worried about people who aren't interested in Marvel stuff.
They're worried about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what they're worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
They're just, I mean, if they're not Marvel people, Marvel doesn't really care if you watch it or not. Marvel's gonna put out stuff and people are gonna watch it because it's Marvel.
True.
Do I think it should be better? Like, have a standard? Yeah. Do I think this show is getting there? Slowly.
I want to ask you this, because this is something like that's been kind of like on my mind for a minute ever since we've seen Eternals, and like something in this episode kind of like reminded me of that. Like, what do you think? What are your thoughts about like Marvel like implementing, like, you know, saying, I guess, what, like, so the officer, right? She said something
wife.
About her wife or her girlfriend. Or
her wife
like
got her the bag that says bombshell.
Yeah, what do you think about, like, you know, Marvel, like just adding like stuff like that in, and you know, just.
I think it's nice if it's subtle like that. I think Eternals was a little bit more adult, and you have kids that watch this, so I think it's fine to mention it because, you know, parents can explain. You know, they can explain that. The parent had no idea like the sex scene was coming with Icarus and Cersei, and I mean, even the kiss with Phastos and his husband.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what it was rated. What was Eternals rated? PG?
I don't say maybe PG-13, maybe.
Which, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I would hope by like 13 and over you'd explain to your kids by then, but I don't know. It's just, in Eternals it was shocking because it's like, that's the first time you ever see anything like that in a freaking Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Do I think it was necessary? No. Did it serve any purpose? No.
Yeah, so you can kind of like point it out, right?
In that movie, too much. In this movie or in this show, I think it's fine.
It's not like, it's not like over the top. I can see
where you remembered it because of it. I don't think it was bad in the show. I don't think it's bad to mention it at all.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. You know what? Y'all want to hear something? The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because, like, I noticed, and look, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just connecting the dots here. All I noticed was in Eternals, you know, Phastos, obviously he had a boyfriend, and he was boyfriend, husband. He had a husband, you know, and he was black, and, you know, we also see, you know, a black woman that's also, I mean, that's just something that just I noticed, and I'm just like, I'm not saying like Marvel was trying to say that, you know, black people are like, you know, I mean, people are people, and people can do what the hell they want, but that was just like something I seen and I noticed. I'm just like, no, okay. I don't have a problem with it, but it was just something that kind of like stuck out, like this, like it just feels like somebody's like put this in there, you know? That's what it just feels like to me.
I think it's good to see dynamic in characters and to see real world people be portrayed on the big screen like that. I don't think the kiss between Phastos and his husband was that bad. I think the sex scene was a little overdone because it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, but I just, like, for me, honestly, like, and this is not even like pointing a finger at Marvel. Like, can we just, like, if we want to normalize things, like, can we just, like, make stuff, like, just, like, normal? Like,
That was normal.
You watched Will and Grace growing
I love
up.
Will and
Grace is a classic,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And like nobody had a problem with that, like because it was kind of like it was the thing.
You knew what it was.
Yeah, but I just feel like in properties, and it's not even just like about Marvel, but it's just like Will and Grace was a thing. Like, and if you guys don't never seen Will and Grace, you guys are young as hell. It was low key a classic.
It's still funny today, though.
Yeah,
I love Will and Grace.
but Will and Grace had its premise, right? And you understood what it was. Marvel has their premise, but then you see like little stuff being like sprinkled in. You see what I'm saying?
You can't say that Marvel does a good job at introducing world important topics, like in Hawkeye, in Falcon and Winter Soldier, in introducing important topics like that, and not introduce similar important topics, even though they're a little bit more controversial. Like I said, I think the kiss, it was just a random, it wasn't like a makeout scene with Fastos and his husband.
Yeah.
The sex scene I think was a little overrated. It served zero purpose. But in all honesty, when they walked up to Fastos' house, my first reaction was, okay, is this like uncle, brother, like who is this guy?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was husband until they're talking about like our son, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh shit, like that's cool, that's good. The kiss didn't like weird me out or anything. It wasn't like over the top. The sex scene, I was just like, oh shit, like.
And like the only reason I'm saying
awkward.
this is because like, throughout the MCU, like you just didn't see stuff like this. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
That's why I'm saying like out of all the Marvel properties I watched, this is the first time where I'm kind of seeing like certain stuff just being like sprinkled in a little bit.
But I think it was
because
like that in the comics. In the comics, I think it was like that. Like Loki was binary, he was able to. I can't think of the word.
He was fluid.
Non-binary. Yeah, he was fluid. His sexuality was fluid.
Yeah.
Did they make a big deal about it in the episode? No, but you saw it. It was one of the little things that you saw. I think they're doing a good job of like doing little things like that because part of that was in the comics. It's like John said, Kate in the comics I think was a lesbian, which I mean, there's like. It's part of the comics from back then, you know? It wasn't even like a new thing, but I think it's interesting that they're incorporating different aspects of it. I just think sometimes it's a little overdone. Like I agree with you for Eternals.
I mean, I just think like when you're used to seeing something one way and then you start seeing like little things, it's hard not to like not notice, So like that was just something that I just like, I was like.
But that's the point. I mean, Marvel never had deaf characters until Makari. And I don't even think she got enough of a role in Eternals. Yeah. So that's why it was cool to see Echo, come out as a deaf girl. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think they're doing a good job of introducing him, but I do think the Eternals one, like...
What's going on?
A little too much.
Yeah.
The sex scene it was.
Yeah.
Fastos didn't bother me.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hate when, like... So, like, a movie like Brokeback Mountain, right?
Never saw it.
Like, I never saw it either. But, like... Nobody has you know what you're getting when you watch that, right?
Yeah.
Like you obviously know what you're getting. So I just think for me like I kind of see like certain things like being pushed. Just like the whole Eternals thing, like with the whole sex, like why? Like why? You see what I'm saying? So it's like I kind of see like little like. If we're talking about like superhero stuff, and I get we're trying to like diversify heroes and all this stuff, I understand. But it's just like for me, I just hate when like you can spot like little things that are like it just doesn't like with the Eternals thing. It didn't go with the tone of everything that was going on.
I think they should have done it. I don't think they should have even included that scene because it didn't serve a purpose. But I think they've done better at being less. Overt about it. Does that make sense? Like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they made the whole, he's a black guy, the cops assumed he wasn't, they didn't realize he was Falcon until whatever. Yeah. That whole scene was part of this, like, the episode. It didn't feel out of place, it didn't feel weird. The Fastos kiss didn't feel weird either, because that was like a scene with his family, you know? You just weren't expecting it. The sex scene, it was just like they were flashing back all these beautiful moments between them, and then it's like, oh shit, like, oh, okay. But it's just not something you're used to in the MCU, and so that one I felt like was really out of place.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that one did.
That's where like I just been noticing because in Shang-Chi we didn't get nothing like that. Like you see Shang-Chi, right? You watch the whole movie through, and you just like, okay, like you don't notice anything like small in Shang-Chi. Like you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like even Black Widow. like it was just Black Widow, you know, just.
But those were more like, I feel like the older MCU. I feel like newer MCU is really pushing the envelope. I mean, you got Makari, who is deaf. You have Fastos, who's gay. You know, Kate could be bi, we don't know. Or it could be a lesbian, we don't know.
We know she confused as hell.
Yeah. I mean, John even said they mad Robin was bi, too.
Robin from Batman?
I didn't know that, but yeah, he could have been bi in the comics. So I think they've slowly started to introduce these types of characters, and I think it's a good thing. I think sometimes it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Like with that scene in Eternals.
Yeah, and like I said, this is just an observation. Like, I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with that,
right.
Or like, you know, it's just like something that I'm like starting to notice more and more, like little like things that are going, like just the show and the story has this, you know, is going on, but then you get this like random like, hey, you know, me and my husband, me and my wife, you know, it's just like.
Would it have made a difference if she said my husband gave me this bag and it said a bombshell in it? Would you have even noticed?
No, I wouldn't have noticed, but it's just like, a pattern. You can notice a pattern. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can kind of like, just hold like with the whole Eternals thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just noticing like, you know, a pattern of just stuff that's been like sprinkled in like what I've seen recently. So
it's good. It's inclusion.
Yeah, it is inclusion. It's just for me, like, I just hate when Eternals was over the top. I will say, like the whole sex scene. That was like over the top, and that was just. Wow.
It didn't serve a purpose.
We knew Iron Man and Pepper were together. Do we ever see them like making love and having sex? Like, no. Like,
even
we're adults.
Hawkeye, even Hawkeye and Laura. You never got that type of dynamic, and all of a sudden you just get introduced to Icarus and Cersei, and you're like, oh god, okay.
Yeah, sex in front of strangers.
Then they didn't even last. So it's like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they lasted for like 5,000 years, but
yeah,
we didn't see all that.
Yeah, we didn't see none. We didn't see what this motherfucker Icarus is doing in his free time.
Yeah, that fool.
Yeah,
that needs a show.
We keep
yeah, we're diverting.
Making Hawkeye. We keep making Hawkeye a side character on his own stream.
Right.
But,
John said Shang-Chi was better, and he did say he agreed with you and say they're forcing it.
I'm just saying, like, if it's something I could just point out, I've been watching these Marvel movies for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it's never been stuff that just stood out to me like how it is like now for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like certain lines, certain things are being said for a reason. Like, your words are power, you know.
They do. They matter.
Bless you, Sim. Jesus. Yeah. Now we're at the scene where they're
breaking into Maya's apartment, but we don't know it's hers at some time.
Kate is breaking into Maya. Yeah, Kate's breaking into Maya's apartment, and it's just for me like she's not funny to me, honestly. Like she does not make me laugh. I mean, she makes me laugh when she does something stupid, you know. But like her jokes, her comedy is like, it's not funny. Like, I was laughing at the old man, you know. She was making jokes the whole time, and I'm just like, the old man is probably like, man, I'm gonna get away from this girl.
Well, that was in this scene. I agree, because she's not that funny. But in this scene, she was trying to get rid of him, so she didn't have to help him all the way up to his apartment. She just had to she just needed to get in the door.
Yeah.
And that was her way of getting in. And then she's like, all right, let me sound crazy, so this guy leaves, and he's like, I'm out.
How did she get a magic key for?
She didn't. Homegirl broke in.
She broke.
That's breaking in. You've never picked a lock?
No.
I don't say that proudly, but you.
No, I haven't.
Really?
No.
Shit. Okay. Me neither.
No, I haven't picked a lock before.
But that's what she did. She picked it. I don't know how I know that, but it looked like she picked it.
No, I've never picked a lock. Thank you.
John said, Maya don't got hands. She got legs with them MMA kicks.
Bro.
And only one.
Woo.
The other one's a prosthetic.
She got a Bucky leg.
You're oh my god.
She's got a Bucky leg.
Oh god.
But why did Kate waste those arrows?
She didn't know what those were. Those could have shot at her. That's not wasting arrows.
No, like aren't those like? Didn't he just say that they ran out of like certain arrows and like they need like she couldn't use regular arrows?
What do you think was in the bombshell bag? She just got all the arrows back. She's got arrows for days.
I mean, I get Hawkeye probably don't label as arrows, but you telling me like she was just shooting? What if it was a bomb arrow that she shot?
I would hope she'd remember by this point which one's which. You don't just shoot to shoot.
One of the issues I had with this scene that we're watching now is when she goes into Maya's apartment and like she doesn't even open any drawers. She don't look under the bed. She don't like look in no cabinets. The watch is just literally out there waiting for somebody to find, and it's an Avengers watch that they stole from the compound, and it's just out just.
It's dark and she's trying to be quiet.
Oh my god!
Still. Come on now, are you gonna go banging around the drawers if you don't know if anybody's home?
So did Echo just pop up like randomly?
Well,
like
they're putting everything together. She sees a picture of Maya and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then Clint's like, "Oh shit, it's Maya's apartment." And then he realizes those strobes.
Ooh, she knocked her ass out. Look how she just got up from that. What the hell?
I mean, we don't see how she clocked her. Could it have been like a slap versus
Echo
a punch?
got them hands. She said, "Did you throwing my plates?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Echo want that smoke. All right, so now we're at the scene where Yelena Belova is fighting a Hawkeye on top of the roof. And I'm not gonna lie, this pissed me off, right?
What didn't piss you off?
I mean, there was nothing. I mean, it was little things in this episode for me. So we see Yelena Belova, or we see Hawkeye talking to Kate, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh. So it's obviously he got snuck, right?
They should hire you for sound effects.
It's obvious this dude got snuck, right?
Yeah.
And Yelena Belova is a widow from the Widow Academy. And you're telling me that she can't take out a target that don't even see her coming?
That's why I'm saying my theory makes so much sense.
Get the hell out of here. You're the worst hitman in the world.
She could have killed both of them right there. She's not there to kill. I don't think she is. I think she's legitimately there to figure out what really happened.
To fight and ask questions.
To fight and figure out what the hell happened to her sister.
So fight first, sneak them. What happened? Oh, you saved her? Oh.
If you're trying to get out of being a Black Widow and you've killed for no reason this entire time, why would you go back to just doing that right away? Without asking some damn questions first. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's got more character development. She could have easily killed both of them.
Can we go back to where Maya fucking zoomed like Quicksilver and just got over to the rooftop? Because I need to see that.
Oh, yeah.
I need to see how the hell Maya got on top of this roof. Because Kate ass barely made it on that roof. And Maya came on the roof kicking ass. Maya, I don't know how the hell Maya got on that roof, but as soon as she got up there, she's like, who want it? Maya was throwing hands. Let's see, when does Echo get on this roof?
Did she already?
Cause her ass got on that roof ready to fight. She didn't care who it was fighting. She's like, I'm fighting somebody.
See, I'm gonna look.
She just fucking throwing hands. Oh my god.
John said Clint's got good senses.
Yeah, with his one ear, he heard her. Like,
it's one
that's
and
what
a
I'm
half.
saying. Yelena Belova gotta be the worst widow assassin of all time. This dude has one ear and you can even sneak up and take him out.
He's got an earpiece.
Man, Yelena, you gotta get fired. I gotta let Val know about this. Val gotta know that you man, you slacking on your macking, man.
I do think it was funny and very realistic that she got stuck halfway.
That was funny as hell. I don't like it. That was probably the first time I smiled when she like actually got stuck.
Because it's so.
But then she swung and got helicopter kicked as soon as she got on the roof. Like, useless. And how the hell you just see Maya just swinging on the ropes with her bare hands? Maya uses her bare hands to get on the zip line and get on the roof.
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
Barehanded.
These are bare hands. Look at this. No. Bare hands.
She got gloves. We can't see it.
She got gloves. So you telling me the zip line didn't rip through her gloves as she going? Like, oh my, like, come on, man.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. Yeah.
She just got on the roof and started fighting, whooping everybody's ass too. I love to see it. Until Yelena took her out with that widow magic that she got, and she ripped that shit off. Get this shit off me.
Yeah, what is the point of that?
Maya
you could just rip that off.
Echo is not playing.
I know, but Clint did it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yelena.
See, she threw her over the roof.
You got all right. This even pissed me off even more. So, and we finna skip up a little bit. Yelena Belova throws Kate Bishop off the goddamn roof with no remorse. No remorse. She launched her ass off the roof. She ain't throw. But when Kate has the chance to take her out with the arrow, Yelena looks at her like, nope, don't do that. And Kate's like, all right.
That was a cool scene, though.
Like, really? She launched her ass off this roof.
And she could have killed Clint right here, but she didn't.
She just watching. What is she doing?
No, she didn't. She hooked her. Look.
Wait, so Yelena
hooked her.
Yelena hooked her.
Yes.
Let me see.
That's why I'm like trying to explain to you. I'm like, she's not there to kill.
I gotta see this.
Also, John said, I love the free-for-all fight. He could have probably seen her with some side vision, and the rope wasn't that long.
Meaning that Yelena is... Well, I guess Yelena's not trying to kill him. But why is she fighting so hard? She can't talk?
It's not a talking scene. Nobody talks in the Avengers right away.
So Yelena just wanted to fight, just beat some ass, and then ask questions. That's what we get at.
Watch, right here. Hooks her.
Okay, so she hooks her.
Throws her over. She's like, hoot. Yoink. Throws her right over. But she's hooked.
She threw the fuck out of her.
And Clint didn't know that. She distracted Clint. So that right there would have been the perfect opportunity to kill Clint. Because he's distracted trying to save her because he's a good person. And then he realized, like, oh shit, she's alive. And then he's going to try to
Clint tries to kill her.
No, oh my God.
He's like, get out of here.
He knew if he pulls her back up, she's going to come back with these two.
So Clint just knew that she would not fall through those lights and just nothing would happen.
She'll land on her feet. She's like a cat. But I just think it's interesting that both Yelena and Echo don't go after him when he's looking over the edge like that.
Yeah, that was really interesting to me.
I don't think Yelena, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Yelena wants to kill him. I don't think Echo's beef is really with him. So therefore, they're not both after him. Echo's trying to go after Kate because she thinks that's Ronan. Yelena is not really trying to kill Clint because she had every opportunity multiple times.
So Yelena is just like, yo, Yelena, man, my girl Kate got her ass rocked this whole episode. This woman, this woman, Echo, was just throwing the shit out of her ass.
John says she was there on straight business. She was there for straight business. There was no talking. I love the little leg sweep she did. Give me Black Widow vibes. Yep.
My girl Maya gave Kate the kick from hell. Look at this. Look how she just kicked the hell out of her and she just goes flying. That's what I'm saying. Kate is not ready to be Hawkeye.
Until Yelena teaches
Maya would rock the floor with Kate. Look at this kick. Look at this. On the ground. Flying.
That didn't even look.
Flying.
Yeah, but that doesn't look realistic.
That's that Bucky leg. What you mean? That Bucky leg is lethal.
That's strong.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. And then Maya was like, all right, I'm good, bro. Maya said, I don't want to fight no more. I'm done. That's literally what happened. Bless you, Sam's. Maya was like, I don't want to fight. I'm done. Like, she just literally ran home.
That was weird.
She was like, all right. She got too real. I'm out of here.
That is true. Like, why?
Because she got hit with the arrow. She was like, ah, all right, I'm going home. I'm going home.
Yeah, the arrows what really just stopped her. You were winning the entire time. You get one arrow. I swear.
Look at this. This one, Kate, like, fuck it.
And Kate's a good shot. If Kate wanted her dead, she'd be dead.
She was like,
don't do it again.
Oh, I'm going home.
Well, Kate would have shot her again if she kept coming at her.
So this is my question. Why are they still fighting? After all this established that she saved her and all this stuff, why are they still fighting? Why? Like, Maya's gone. Maya was the problem and it had everybody fighting.
Maya wasn't the problem. They were fighting on the rooftop before Maya got there. Maya came in on the zip line, remember? And Clint was already fighting.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they still fighting if she don't want to, like, kill them? Like, what's the...
I think she wants to subdue him and ask her questions. And she already saw Kate put an arrow in Maya. And she knew the same thing would happen here. So she's like, I'm out. I do think it was kind of... I'm like,
I mean, this scene was kind of like just...
John said, I think Yelena wanted to sleep Hawkeye and take him. And then she said, she ain't winning in this fight. She don't even belong in there. That makes sense. I mean, she could want to torture the hell out of Hawkeye because of what he did to her sister. Instead of just a quick kill. It could be that too.
Yeah. So we're at the end of that scene where Yelena jumps off the roof and escapes. And Kate just got her ass rocked. Kate was getting rocked that whole scene. Maya was beating her ass up in the house, on the roof. kicking her across. Like she was just giving her the hands the whole time. But now we're at the scene where Hawkeye's like, I gotta do this alone. Like, I'm sorry. Don't follow me. Like, don't look. We're never partners. We were never friends. You know that scene. And it's like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Jeremy Renner's acting and everybody was on point. Like, everybody's acting was on point. But aren't we tired of seeing this shit? We gotta go our separate ways. I'm gonna say the most hurtful thing right now so you can stop following me. Like, come on, man.
But what else is he gonna do? Drag a 22-year-old that you even say yourself is not ready to be Hawkeye into a fight with a widow?
But we know that they're gonna meet up and she's gonna follow him anyway, or he's gonna say I'm sorry. Like, I'm just saying we could have got way better writing for this episode.
Oh,
especially as far as the end.
The series could have had could have had some better writing in different scenes. Because like the emotional scenes, I think were great writing.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'm like, what? Tracksuits could have got better lines.
We didn't even see tracksuits in this episode. Thank God, for real. Because they trash as well. But I'm not gonna lie, the ending of this episode, I think, is what pissed me off the most. Them ending it off that way, like knowing this is episode 4, right? Like by episode 4 of Loki got his ass pruned, right? And then like post credit was we seen him on the planet of Lokis or whatever, right? That was some intriguing stuff to make us think like, oh shit, like
but
what the hell's gonna happen next week?
This world, that shit can happen in space. You're on Earth here.
No, I'm saying like it didn't have to be nothing like that, but just show us something that we haven't seen yet by the end of this episode, and like leave it as a trailer for next week.
Technically, you should not have even seen Yelena coming.
But we all knew that was Yelena.
Yeah, I know, but is that the writer's fault that everybody spoiled it? Why?
Because the writer seen Black Widow.
What?
The writer seen Black Widow and knew at the end that Yelena had to show up in the show.
But it wasn't a guarantee. Just like it's not a guarantee that Andrew and Toby are going to show up in Spider-Man. Everybody's expecting it, though.
I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's kind of a given. We knew Yelena was going to show up, just like we know Toby and Andrew going to show up next week. I mean, if they don't, I'll actually be happy.
Right?
But just for me, this episode was like, it was just... I was like, really? Like the end, I feel like at the end of every episode, and I'm like, really? Versus like, oh, really? That's when it's bad for me. Like, I just would have liked to see something that like made me more interested for episode 5. Because right now my interest level is like,
Really?
Yeah, I really don't care. To be honest, like I'm not like, this is not something like, of course we always watch Emergency Awesome to like, you know.
Break it down.
Yeah, see other stuff. But it's like, after watching that, like I was in no need or hurry to like look up details or just like the next episode, you know?
I think out of all of them, I wouldn't mind staying up for 5 just because I'm now like, okay, I'm curious. How are they going to tie in Yelena? Like, what's the whole thing going to be? This is probably the most interested I've been in for an episode out of this entire time.
Really?
Out of all of it so far. Just because I'm like, all right, how do they tie her in now? But am I going to stay up till 2 to watch it? Till 1 in the morning to watch it? I like my sleep. I don't mind not staying up late for these. I mean, the ones before, it's like you had to stay up late because it was like, man, I gotta know what happens.
That's what I'm saying.
These, I'm like, I'll watch it the next day, but I do want to know.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, I don't care what happens.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm underwhelmed. For this to be like a Disney Plus series. Like we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if we were talking about it on the stream or not, but I really think I could go back and rewatch like all the series.
That was before the stream.
Except this one. Like I would not go back and rewatch this like I'm just waiting for it to be over, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting just to see like what happens at the end. Like I'm not invested week to week like how I was like with the other shows. Each show that came out week to week, I'm like, man, like what's gonna happen next week? This show for me is like I mean, even we switched the whole stream because of the show.
So if you weren't streaming or reacting to the show, but you're still a Marvel fan, would you still be interested in the show and still watch it?
Honestly, this is what I would do if I knew about this show, or if I was able to watch like the first few episodes before, and I wasn't a fan of Marvel, I would wait till this whole thing dropped. The whole series. Like I wouldn't even watch it week to week. I would just like, it would be like kind of how we did with Stranger Things. Like I let the hype go down, and now I go watch it on my own.
Would you though? Like, after the first 2 episodes, would you really have been like, yeah, I'll keep going?
If I was a Marvel fan?
No, if you were not streaming, but you're still your same Marvel fan.
So if I wasn't streaming and I'm a Marvel fan, would I watch it week to week? That's what you're saying?
Would you continue watching it if you binged it past the 2 episodes, the first 2? There's a reason they dropped those first 2 episodes.
If I'm a Marvel fan, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But
and that's all they care about.
I wouldn't put it on my priority list to watch.
But you still watch it.
Like I would probably be looking up more stuff about Spider-Man versus watching Hawkeye. Like I would be like, and then we actually have to do that pretty soon. We're gonna do a Spider-Man marathon, just in case Andrew and Toby are in, those movies. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a little Spider-Man.
I think I told you I never saw the Andrew Spider-Mans.
He didn't miss anything.
That's what I heard. But it's not our generation; it's the younger Gen Zs.
We're Team Toby over here, baby. Team Toby. But yeah, man, I just this is my this is my like overarching thing with this show, right?
Before you do that, John said he did love the ending, and he's seeing Kate sad and confused, and he also said Loki started off slow.
I don't think Loki started off as slow as this.
I think Loki
by episode 4,
hyped, though.
By episode 4 in Loki, we was like invested, like, oh shit.
True, but Loki got a ton of hype.
It did.
We were all waiting for Loki. Was in like Hyundai commercials,
he was driving
hyping everybody
Civics.
up.
This man Loki was everywhere.
Right.
This man Loki was he was everywhere. I haven't seen. I mean, it kind of goes to Hawkeye's character though. He's low key. You know what I'm saying? So he's not.
It's the branding.
Yeah, it's the brand. They keep saying that in this episode too. But my overarching thoughts for this show, I'm disappointed because like I really like everybody knows that Spider-Man is dropping next week, right? Mm-hmm. And
which, by the way, John, did you get your tickets?
We hope you got your tickets, John. And I really wanted this show to be something that would like stand out, knowing that it was going against Spider-Man. Because they're both Marvel, but like let's be real, where's all the hype going?
Maybe episode 5 will be that because it's gonna drop before.
It's not gonna matter because everybody's gonna be ready to see Spider-Man next week. For me, this was the week where you could have stepped it up and like made the show the best episode yet, and have us like, oh man, like have we know it wasn't gonna be no competition, but at least have like something like.
That could be episode 5 though. That's right before it drops.
I guarantee you, no matter what happens on episode 5, like by the time people go to sleep and wake up, they could be like, Spider-Man comes out tomorrow. Spider-Man comes out in 2. Yeah. Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the show. It's really a wrap. Like I'm sorry, it's a wrap.
You think everybody's gonna forget about episode 6?
Yes.
Because they're gonna be busy watching Spider-Man for the 4th time.
Yes. There are people that want to watch Spider-Man the week it come out and the next week is out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wrap. And then Marvel isn't gonna like, if Marvel didn't promo Hawkeye before it came out, what makes y'all think Marvel is gonna promo anything Hawkeye in 2022?
Oh no, I don't think they will. Why would they?
Like, they're literally leaving Hawkeye in the past. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I was really hoping that this show really like, cause like we said, there was 0 promo, there was 0 coverage. Like the episodes are coming out and I still don't see any promo, other than like just looking stuff up on YouTube. So to me, I thought this show would have really stood on its own and created its own buzz, based on the lack of marketing that Disney has done for the show. But so far it's been underwhelming at best, to be honest. And I'm just looking forward to Spider-Man.
Yeah, John said he did get his tickets. He's going on Monday.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Would you still be part of our discussion of Spider-Man over the weekend if we did one, John? I mean, you should know by then all the spoilers. I'm sure the internet's gonna spoil it for you.
Turn off your social media that weekend, bro.
Yeah. John said it's sad, but you're right.
Turn off
that Hawkeye.
Turn off your social media for that weekend, bro. Cause man, You gonna be scrolling and accidentally see something, you gonna get mad, bro. So look,
he said it is taking hella attention away from Kate and Clint, or Kate and Yelena.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap for this show. It's done. Like, they had the chance. Like, I don't know who decided to schedule this show and put it up next to Spider-Man, but that was the worst decision they could have ever did. WandaVision would have stood a better chance against Spider-Man.
You kind of had to, though, because it's a Christmas show.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man, why would you not release it at Christmas when everybody's going to be off school and they can go see it? And yeah.
You know what I think? I think Hawkeye was originally slated for Christmas, but I don't know. I know Spider-Man has been moved several times.
Oh.
So
it's not Hawkeye's fault. Him and Widow got the short ends of the sticks on their movie and show.
Damn.
Dang.
Fuck.
No respect.
You're right. I mean, that's why I said I hate that the show is dated. Because like
it had to stay there. It couldn't go anywhere else.
Fuck, man. I just feel bad for my boy, man. This was his moment.
Yeah. Sir John said, "Hey bro, hey miss bro."
What up?
But yeah, it did kind of date the stay here in this time slot. Spider-Man, I mean, I don't know when it was supposed to come out originally, but it just sucks that it had to land on Hawkeye's time frame.
Yeah, it's a wrap for the show, guys and girls. I mean, like, this was supposed to be the episode that knocked our socks off. Like, y'all saying it was good, but nobody's saying like, oh my god, did you see when this? Oh my god, like there was no like super huge moments that like just threw us all off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep going back to Loki, but like on that scene where like they showed all the Lokis, like that was some shit. Nobody ever seen nothing like that. It wasn't spoiled, nothing. Like when we first seen that, it was like, oh, like, you know, versus whole Yelena. We knew Yelena was coming. We knew the random person on the roof was Yelena. Like,
I wouldn't have known that if I didn't see Emergency Austin talking about it or other people on social talking about it.
I would have guessed it was Yelena.
I mean, I would have guessed it, but I wouldn't have known for sure until she takes off the mask and you're like, oh shit, okay, all right. I don't know. I just think things get spoiled. Yeah. Things get spoiled. Like, I feel bad for John having to wait so long because people are going to spoil shit because they just think it's fun.
Stay off social media, bro. I'm warning you.
Miami Nights sent us a wave.
What up, Miami Nights?
John said, oh my god, did you see when Yelena was shooting her stun guns?
On Hawkeye?
I could think so. The red ones? Isn't that her?
Them weak ass guns. Man, them weak ass guns was trash. Like, is this what the Widow Academy is giving their people? Because you got humans like Hawkeye just ripping that shit off. Even Maya, she was like, wait a minute, get this shit off me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what kind of tech is they using?
Hammer tech.
It gotta be hammer tech, because that shit is trash.
Oh shit. Val tech in this point.
Shit, Val needed some upgrades.
She sure do.
But what were you guys' overall score for this episode? I'm gonna give it a. Let's do a 1 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 3. To be honest.
This episode?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'll give it a 4.
You give it a 4? Wow. Wow.
I mean, I like the episode.
Okay.
3.5, maybe 4.
I give episode. Fuck, man. I give episode a 3. I said episode a 3. I give episode 3.
I want to say which one's your favorite so far. Obviously, 3. It ain't 1 and 2.
My favorite. You wanna know what's sad? My favorite scene so far of the show has been a scene with Echo and her dad, or no, her uncle.
Dad.
That was her dad?
That was her dad.
Well, that's been my favorite scene.
I mean, that was a deep scene. I love that scene, and I love the scene here where her and Clint have that like conversation. And I love the scene where he can't hear his son on the phone. Those 3 scenes, and then some of the ones with like talking to Laura. I love those scenes. All the emotional ones. John said he'd give it a 4, the episode of 4. He said the fight scene was crazy.
Yeah, the rooftop scene was crazy. We still don't know how the hell Maya, just ziplined over there with her hands.
I liked the trick arrows, the Pym arrow, and all of that. That whole scene, I think, was better than the fight scene.
Yeah, that was the best. That was one of the best scenes. I gotta give episode 3 a 4, and I'm being generous, just because of that scene and the whole Echo scene. But this episode, I gotta give it a 3. Just cause, like I said, I mean, maybe the director didn't know they were going against Spider-Man, but that shouldn't matter.
John said we're sleeping on this fight scene. I think it was a good fight scene. Some of it was a little unbelievable, like Maya's like epic kick on the floor with one knee on the floor. She just throws her. I have strong ass legs. I'm not gonna punch somebody like that.
That's what I'm saying. If Kate getting her ass thrown around like this by Maya,
well, unless Maya is super soldier,
she gotta be something because she was just.
It was a super soldier kick. Am I wrong?
It was because Kate just flew like like Kate was flying around this whole episode getting her ass rocked.
But she can handle it, at least. God
damn, she got some durability. I give her that.
I mean, Hawkeye would get his ass kicked because he's just a human too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It wasn't bad. I thought it was a good fight scene. I just liked the action scene in episode 3 more. I thought that was more entertaining. But the fight scene, I thought it was a great fight scene. I'm not sleeping on it.
Yeah. I give it a 3. The highlight for me was the rooftop scene, even though there was a lot of stuff that didn't make sense.
He said Elena almost slapped Maya. I don't remember that.
Oh, did she? Oh, it looked like it was just a random free-for-all.
I wish they would have shot it in a lighter scene, like with more light.
Or like an aerial shot where we could see everybody fighting or something.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
it was really dark. Like halfway through, I remember I got up and shut the light because I'm like, okay, I could barely see. It's not like we didn't even see how the hell Maya got on the zip line at first because I couldn't really see it. It was just dark.
I literally thought she ran from the apartment and went upstairs.
Took the stairs
and took the elevator and like because they didn't even show how she got on the zip line or how she got off. Like, you can't use your hands to get on the zip line. You can't. You know what happened to your hands? Shred it the hell off.
I don't disagree. That's what I'm saying. I think she had gloves, but I don't even remember like throughout the scene her fighting if she had gloves on or not. I just don't remember.
She threw the gloves off before we seen them. You know, that's what happened. That's the That's the logical answer. She ziplined with gloves and they broke through the gloves just enough and she barely made it to the end. And, yeah. Okay.
John said she was gonna be snoring the way Maya almost slapped Yelena, or Yelena almost slapped Maya.
I'm about to say Malaya. Did Yelena and Maya actually fight?
I don't remember. See, it was dark. I don't know. Everybody was fighting. It was
too dark to see what the hell was going on.
Shit, Kate and Clint were probably fighting at one point. Clint took a swipe.
Shooting arrows at each other. Yeah, hoping for the best, right?
You know?
Oh my god. But yeah, I gotta give this episode a 3. I mean, it's just because like we've seen it before. Like, I honestly felt like if Falcon and Winter Soldier came out at the same time as Hawkeye, it would have stood a better chance against Spider-Man. But right now, my man Hawkeye he's losing the lead, man. Especially when you got the Spider-Man train about to come next week. It's a wrap for the show. Yeah. I hate to say it's a wrap. You know, like episode 5 and 6 could be the best things we've ever seen, but it's a wrap because all the attention is going to Spider-Man and what's going to happen to Spider-Man. Like, this Spider-Man hype is real. And it's not going away by nothing. There's nothing that can shut down the Spider-Man hype, whether it's good or bad.
That's true. John says it's deep for Maya because she lost her dad. She don't care about no rope burns. Fuck my hands. I got my.
Maya don't give a fuck. She got a list of his kids, his wife, their ages. Maya said, "I'm getting revenge. Yeah. I'm going for the kill."
I want to know, like, how deep into organized crime do you have to be for you to be able to get the family names, ages, and whatever of an Avenger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Social security numbers, all that shit.
Yeah. Birthday.
You know?
Yeah. Favorite color.
Stupid. Favorite song.
For real. That's what I'm saying. Maya, man. That's why I'm saying, like, something's gonna happen to his family.
I know.
Like, the fact that his family names and stuff was wrote and all that stuff, like, this show is heading, like, I don't know, like I said, I think it's headed in a good direction. You know, I don't think the show is going to end off bad, but it just sucks because it's all the stuff's about to get swallowed in the Spider-Man, like, hype, you know? Yeah. And there ain't nothing they can do about it. Like, there's no way Hawkeye is miraculously going to be more famous than Spider-Man.
Oh, no.
Like, no matter what happens.
And I don't disagree.
It's just sad. I just wanted my guy Hawkeye to have a really good outing and really just prove us all wrong. Had the best show and just. But so far it's my least favorite show.
Oh yeah, same with me.
Including What If. It's my least favorite.
Really?
Show. I enjoy What If more than this. Because at least with the What Ifs, I can hear my favorite old Marvel people, be their characters and stuff again. You know.
I think Clint just saves it for me in this show. That's like me being able to hear another old Marvel character.
Clint is carrying this show. I'm not gonna lie.
So is Maya.
I love and Maya. She's not even saying nothing, and she carrying the show.
Yeah.
That says a lot. I'm really pissed off with what they're doing with the mom, because you could just see everything from a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, she's a very talented actress, and she's so one-dimensional on this show. Like, it's really pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, we even seen Jack in a different side. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you kind of saw her at a different side.
But we still know she's full of it. We still know she's full of it, man. Like, we know she did something with the dad. You know, it's not like, it's not a guessing game with this show. It's not like, oh, man, I wonder if, oh, you know what, could you? It's not that. It's like, we know, you know?
Yeah, you're just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, like, we could have done better, Marvel. I'm just saying, we could have done better.
John said that was a deep fight for all of them. Maya lost someone, Hawkeye lost someone, Yelena lost someone. Kate's just over there like,
I lost my dad.
Yeah.
Sister, sorry.
He said Kate's probably praying that the Spider-Man movie flops. He said he likes this more than What If because this continues into this MCU. I agree. I didn't mind the What Ifs. I wouldn't rewatch the What Ifs though.
Yeah.
A couple episodes, yeah. I watched the T'Challa one and some of the other ones.
Yeah. I will watch the last one over because the last one was like had a lot of shit going on.
It did.
But I mean, just this show for me. So John, rank the shows so far. Like, rank the shows in the chat so far. What show did you enjoy? Like, and rank them from like your least favorite to your most favorites. And we'll go like that. But I can already go off and say, like, no matter what happens, it's probably gonna be my least favorite show. I've just seen enough, and like I haven't felt like this watching the show since we started streaming the shows. You know, like. With each episode that came out with all the series, I was really invested and happy and like really just like, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens. But this is the first time for me where I'm just like,
right.
Well, coming out next week, you know.
John did say this new Avenger ain't gonna get the shine she needs. That is kind of sad. I mean, I know the show was supposed to be dedicated to her and it's supposed to be her like big debut, but I just think poor writing and character development just did not help her in this. I don't want to say the casting was off because I don't think that it was because she is a great actress.
Yeah.
I just don't think the way that they made her play her character. I don't. I'd be curious to know what she honestly thought of her character. Whether she thought like, yeah, no, this is a great character. This is true. I believe this character versus it's how they wanted me to act the character. But I don't know that it's necessarily believable. I don't know.
You want to know what I'm afraid of?
Ghosts.
Nah, I'm not afraid of ghosts. I got my guy Sims to take care of those. I'm really afraid that this is gonna go to a point because, like, let's think about it, right? Where do we see Hawkeye in what movies?
All the Avengers ones.
All the Avengers movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just do not want this to get to a point to where I'm seeing Kate Bishop's Hawkeyes in the movies, you know, and I'm like. Skip over a scene. Let's get to what's going on. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just, like, what is going to be her next solo thing?
So I'm saying they have to do something more with her character.
You know, because, like, I don't think I'll be interested in watching it, to be honest. Like, there's not going to be, I mean, there could be a Hawkeye season 2, you know?
But like why? But like why?
Yeah, it's like, you know, where are they going to put Kate next? Because I would hate to like see like a Shang-Chi, you know, all the new Avengers team up, and then it gets to Kate's scene, and I'm like, okay, hurry up. She's the Hawkeye. Let's move on.
John said, "Don't do Kate like that."
I mean, we've been doing Hawkeye like this for the last few movies. Like it's always been a Hawkeye scene. Shoot your arrows. All right, next. You know.
I liked Hawkeye scenes though.
I mean, I liked them. That's what I'm saying. But like, if Kate is gonna be that next. Yeah, shoot some arrows and disappear. Like, let's focus on the rest of the event. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just for me, it's not like, to me, I'm at the point where it's like, I'm more interested in watching more characters in this Hawkeye series than her. Like, I'm more interested in Echo. I'm more interested in Clint. I'm more interested in even the tracksuit guy. The
Kazi?
Yeah. I'm more interested in them.
Bloom's little brother.
Yeah.
He looked good on like him.
Yeah. Like I'm just not like just the Kate. She's not like doing it for me, and it's been 4 episodes so far.
I don't even know if, like, in an Avenger movie, like, Hawkeye always stood out. Like, he'd have the one-liners. Like, I loved when he was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna miss the poor little bastard. Whatever, however he went with that scene, talking about Quicksilver. That was funny. Like, I don't know. Her humor is a little different, I guess. I don't know.
It's very different.
John asked, would you skip a scene with her in an Avenger movie?
I mean, I will be forced to watch it, but it's just for me, like, I honestly would not care that she's in the movie at all. Like if she wasn't in any other Avengers movies, I would be like, okay.
Well, people didn't care that Hawkeye was in the movies. He was just there to be there. You know, if he wasn't in the movie, I think people would have been like, well, okay.
Yeah, you got a good point.
I don't know.
But just for me, like, just starting off this early, I don't know if Marvel was trying to go like just a super young route. But you know, we talked about this on one of the other streams. So Natasha and Clint, they were like Black Widow and Hawkeye, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously we know like Yelena is like the next Black Widow, right? And Kate's gonna be a new Hawkeye, right? Mm-hmm. Are we interested in like even seeing them in the future together, like as that, you know?
I mean, I like Florence Pugh, but I didn't really know about her until this in Black Widow. I think they're both more younger generation characters, and it could be Marvel's way of trying to go younger.
Yeah, like I just
like my Bella and Gab, my nieces, they knew who they were, they like them. I mean, Haley Steinfeld's a younger actress. Yeah, like you haven't even seen the Pitch Perfects. I've seen them because of the girls.
No.
Huh?
I said not seen them.
Yeah. So you're not going to. Yeah. So I don't know. I think they're just trying to go with a younger audience. But John, according to John, he thinks we're sleeping on Kate and Captain Marvel.
Wait, she was in Captain Marvel?
No, he just thinks we're sleeping on those two characters.
Captain Marvel was never here, first of all. So it's like she's.
You can't sleep on someone who's never here.
She's never here. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really feeling a new roster for the Avengers, to be honest. Shang-Chi is cool, but
Shang-Chi is my favorite Avenger.
Yeah, like it's a problem. It's a real problem. Like I'm just not feeling the new Avengers we've seen so far.
I'm excited for Cap. I love Falcon.
Yeah, okay, I will say that. But I'm saying like the new people that we've been introduced to. I'm just not really like we like rest in peace Chad. We don't got Chadwick no more. We don't got Tony. We don't got Steve Rogers. Like these are fucking like
icons.
You know, but now we just got like you know, like these are like they're younger characters, and like, you know, Marvel's trying to get people to be younger and like so they can use them.
Maybe it's like Kid Avengers.
Yeah, but I mean, for me personally, that's not something I don't think I would be interested in, honestly.
Do you think they're going into dangerous territory where they're going to lose the older audience that's carried them through all of this, and the younger audience?
I honestly think they might, because you gotta think like a guy like Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm. He can command a scene. He can carry a whole movie.
Yes.
He did that with Iron Man's.
Yeah, and just to pair him with the Chris Hemsworth, a Don Cheadle, or fucking, you know, like, just...
Rogers, Aaron Rodgers, Steve Rogers.
Just, like, these are all great, actors. And, like, these, you know, young bucks, they're good actors and stuff like that. But they don't, like...
Command a scene.
They don't have the spunk, you know, the Avengers spunk, you know, and it's just, like, I don't know, it's just... I don't know, if I seen them like do the like Avengers scene in the stem, I'm like, yep, we're doomed. You know? I'm like, we're doomed.
You guys are saving the world?
I'm like,
Kate wants boomerang arrows, and you want to save the world with boomerang arrows? Okay.
Cause even like you think about like a Doctor Strange, right?
I forgot about that.
He doesn't even seem like he fits in with these guys, right? Like
not these kids, no.
Yeah, like so it's like.
But yet him and Spider-Man are doing a movie. And that kid's a kid. He's still in high school, kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he doesn't seem that young to me. Like, he's young, but he can do a standalone movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that... Obviously, Haley Steinfeld can act, but I don't know that she could do a standalone Hawkeye movie that people would want to go see.
Right now, no, I would...
I'd rather go see Clint do another standalone Hawkeye movie, even if he's doing it, like, in, you know, a Walker, because he's so old. But I'd rather go see that, because I love Clint as Hawkeye, and I believe him as Hawkeye.
Yeah. I agree. I'm just not feeling the new Avengers. Like, Shang-Chi is cool. He's cool. You know, it was a great movie. But we even said with Shang-Chi, like, the characters drove the movie.
100%.
It wasn't even Shang-Chi that was like the just lead, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, right now, I'm just not feeling these new guys like that.
John said, what about Wanda's kids?
Oh, yeah. Like, they're young, too.
Hell young.
So, I mean, them kids technically ain't real. So, we gonna see what happened to them damn kids. If they even show up. But Marvel's definitely going younger. And you can kind of see it. But, I just definitely think before they announce any next Avengers project, they need to figure out who's gonna be the guy that carries the MCU now.
The next Tony, or Steve.
Yeah, I just don't think. I don't know if we found that guy yet or that girl.
Cause even Falcon, I love Falcon. I don't know that. I mean, yeah, he could lead him.
But I mean, he's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, because if we think about like the Battle of Thanos, man, like there was the front line was like some OGs, like the Black Panther, vibranium suit, all that, Captain America, superhuman, can fight.
John said, "Don't do Falcon." Don't.
Look.
I don't.
We love Falcon.
I do. He's a great character.
But we just being real. Like, I just don't see like these new Avengers. Like, so perfect scenario, right? Avengers: Age of Ultron, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the scene where like everybody was like sitting down and they had the party and like everybody was trying to lift Thor's hammer?
Yeah. Like
the amount of actors that were just in that room, just like talking, having a good old time.
When the least known actor is Mark Ruffalo, and you're like, oh, that's Hulk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, simple scenes like that just work because you got star power of just stars just chilling. But imagine if they tried to recreate that scene with these guys we got now.
Yeah.
Trash. Like, no. What are they gonna drink? Apple juice? And like just like hang around? Like, I just don't feel these new guys. I'm sorry. Like, no disrespect to Shang-Chi and like all these new cats. I just don't feel them like that.
John said we bogus. We hyped him up while he was fighting Carly.
Look, John. Falcon and Winter Soldier is my favorite show. I love Falcon, but I'm just being real. Well, I love Captain America, but I'm being real. I'm just being real here.
I mean, of all of them, he's the only one I'd actually believe.
And Doctor Strange and
because he's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're saying for like, because even Falcon is considered one of the old people.
Because he's been around. Yeah, he's in the originals.
So like we're not even talking about Falcon or like anybody that was in like anybody that was at the War of Thanos. We're not talking about them.
Sure.
We're literally talking about people that showed up afterwards. Like I might even go with Eternals, Shang-Chi. We talking about all the post people. And so far, I just don't see nobody that's like.
I agree with that. Because even Cersei, she was a cool character. I don't see her as like a leader.
Yeah, she like, I didn't even feel her like that. Like, she was cool, but.
Dina was a badass. Even Salma Hayek. Ajax was a badass.
Yes.
So.
Even the Black Knight, he looked timid as hell. Touching the sword at the end of Eternal. Like, there's nobody. Like, they haven't shown us on screen a character so far where I'm like, oh shit, like this dude.
Yeah, because you had Iron Man personality for days.
Yeah.
Could carry a movie. He literally carried the MCU on his back.
He did.
He built the MCU from the foundation. That tells you a lot.
Yeah.
And then you had, Steve Rogers, the first Avenger, like, it wasn't great, but it was good. Yeah. And then you had Winter Soldier, and then you had Civil War. Like, he had amazing movies. I don't know if Kate on her own would make an amazing movie like that.
No.
Shang-Chi was good.
But he wasn't the star of the movie. To me, he wasn't.
I don't even know his name, like his real actor name. I know what's her name, Awkwafina.
Yeah.
She's the biggest known actor to me in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like we said, he got carried in his own movie. Like Shang-Chi was completely different from Iron Man because like hands down, like Robert Downey Jr. carried that Iron Man movie.
Yes.
Shang-Chi, like it was a great ensemble of like the cast and characters that really made it like a really good movie. So he didn't really bring the movie to a new height. It was just the casting was like really great, and I think the cast really did well.
Even Black
For
Widow,
Shang-Chi.
she's an OG, and her movie was good, but you needed. I think if what's his name? I can't even think of her dad's name. The dude from Stranger Things, Hopper.
Yeah.
I love the dad in that movie. The mom was
he was
even
funny,
good, and the sister was good. If those three aren't really in it, I don't know that she can carry just an action movie on her own like that.
Yeah.
Or that I'd really care. I don't know. I mean, they're great characters with others. I don't know that they're great on their own. I just haven't seen anybody that besides Shang-Chi, but he had people around him, like you were saying, that could carry their own movie and be a strong lead Avenger like that.
Yeah.
John said he agreed. He loved Athena. She was a great character.
Yeah.
And then he said, you're kind of right, though. It's scary going further with these stars. They're just not...
They don't got it. I'm going to keep it real. They don't got it. Like, they just don't got it. Like, Tom Holland's Tom Holland. You know, he's like... You know,
he's good.
He's a Hollywood kid right now. He's everywhere.
He's a great Spider-Man, and he can carry his own movies.
Yeah.
I think he's great.
But other than that, like...
Benedict Cumberbatch, he's a great character that can carry his own movies.
Yeah.
I don't know enough of the younger actors to be able to say this one could carry a movie, this one could carry a movie. I'm assuming they're out there looking for him. You
want to know the only person that the MCU has shown us this year so far that has the potential to carry something?
Who?
Take a guess. I'm gonna let everybody guess in the chat.
Of shows or what?
So we've seen them debut in the MCU this year.
In a show or a movie? Give me that.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
That can carry them? That can carry the
That
Avengers?
could probably like do something like by themselves and like you like, man, you watching that.
That debuted this year?
Yeah.
White Vision. I mean, he's smart.
This man dipped out faster than Captain Marvel, so I don't know.
Monica Rambeau, I feel like, could.
She probably could.
She was a strong character within the show. I feel like she could if she needed. I think she'd have a better movie than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she probably could. That was good. That was a good one. I won't think about that.
Educated guess.
But no.
Whatever.
The person I think can carry something by themselves, and we're actually gonna see them like carry something by themselves, maybe not by themselves, but they're like gonna be a bigger like person in the future.
Sylvie.
No. I honestly think she can't. I don't think she can carry it without Loki. Like she's good.
Oh, they would have to have each other. Otherwise, it's like, meh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I'm gonna go with Kang.
Oh, well, duh.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Avengers. You can't throw a villain.
No.
Please.
And Agatha.
Yes.
Maybe because she's got her own show.
They're villains.
But it don't matter.
They can't. How can they carry the Avengers as villains?
No, I'm saying that they can carry like something on their own. I didn't say the Avengers, but I'm saying like they can like be on the screen by themselves and like.
Of course, they're villains.
I mean, but not every villain is like, damn, like this is a good ass villain, or just this character. Fuck. Like,
even if it's a bad villain, you could redeem him. Trevor.
I mean,
they got very lucky with Trevor.
Yeah, they really did get lucky.
Man, they messed up with that.
Trevor low-key carried Shang-Chi.
Even Trevor was better. Oh.
Yeah, but like
Falcon, he was right. Falcon. I think Falcon can carry his own movie. I'd go see it. That's what John said.
We'll watch it.
Hell yeah, I'd watch it. I love Falcon.
But Kang though.
Oh, Kang was great.
Kang carried the whole last episode of Loki when the whole show was about Loki and Sylvie. You know what I'm saying?
He stole that last episode.
Yeah, that last episode he was in, he just stole the whole like episode. So that to me shows me like, okay, like this dude in the future, shit, if he a part of MCU for a while, this motherfucker gonna be like, man, like must see TV type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Do you know how old he is? Because he seems like an older actor. Yeah, I'm like, if he's a younger one, but I think he's older.
He's gonna be in the next Ant-Man, so I'm excited to see that, honestly, just because of him. And I want to see how they end that. Because even Paul Rudd has been carrying movies. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I've seen Paul Rudd in some of his earlier movies. He was in was it This Is Us or This Is It or something like that. He's always been like a funny guy to me.
The funny guy,
didn't seem like a leading Avenger.
Yeah, and
but he has the Mexican dude. I cannot think of his name. Mexican dude from End of Watch. That's like in every movie.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the other guy's name. He was in the Batman Joker movie, but he was like a side character.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they carried him, but they had Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, and I don't know what her name was. I can't think of her name. The girlfriend.
Was it Hope?
Hope, Pym, but I don't remember her real name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's even carrying movies.
Yeah.
And they're funny. They're entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, just thus far, we've gotten... I mean, WandaVision had some good characters. WandaVision had Darcy. They had...
They did have Darcy.
They had, what's his name
First
from
introduction,
Ant-Man?
Darcy.
Woo? Yeah.
Jimmy Woo?
That was great.
Jimmy Choo.
Like, we would... Like, people were saying that they would, like, watch a show with Jimmy Choo and, Darcy. I would, too.
Yeah. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? In this show, I would not even watch this show with all these characters in it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like... I mean, you have Vera Farmiga on there. You have Clint. You have, Haley Steinfeld. Maya Lopez. You had all these good actors lined up. And it's like... Oh, okay. That's what you produced? Okay.
Because WandaVision was great. Like, we could have seen a whole Monica Rambeau show. We would have watched that.
I watch it, yeah. I want to know her backstory.
Like, we could have seen a lot of split shows within that one show. We're getting an Agatha show from that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, with this, it's like, I don't even care about the show as it is, you know? Like how I cared about the other, like, Marvel shows, you know? I just think they could have done better if this was the last one. And that's pretty much what I'm getting at. I don't want you guys to think I hate this show and it's just super bad.
How could you not?
You know, I actually love this show. It's one of my favorites. All right, now I'm lying. But just for me, I'm really upset at the predicament that the show is in. You know, because I really wanted Hawkeye, you know, to really have his chance, his moment to like solidify himself. Like, yeah, I've been on the sidelines for so long, and now y'all finally see my show, and I'm like, I'm really I mean, he's a badass, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the way the show started, you know, like, the font and stuff like that.
It's younger.
The writing was on the wall, like, that this was a Kate Bishop show, you know, and it's just not knocking the socks off for me, you know. And I'm really sad because I can just see in the next coming week or so where people are just gonna, like, forget about this shit, you know. Even if it has a bomb episode 6, people are gonna forget about it. You know.
I think if it has a shocking episode 6, it'll get a lot of hype for those who do watch it, and then everybody's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But they'd have to have like a
really good.
Whoa!
Yeah,
oh my god!
really.
Did you see what happened on Hawkeye?
And then you have to ask yourself, like, wait, so does this happen? Is this happening after Spider-Man? You know. Like the events from Hawkeye, is it happening after the Spider-Man ending, whatever it is? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
So it's just a mess, honestly. At this point, it's just a mess. And hopefully next year, Marvel, we get it together with the scheduling, because this was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. My man Hawkeye deserved more promo. He deserved more ads. He deserved more coverage, and you know.
He deserved better writing.
He deserved better writing. Hawkeye deserved better, man. He really did.
How many times have we said that for that poor man throughout the entire Avengers 20 years career?
Hawkeye deserved better, man. He really did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far this is probably I mean, I don't hate the show. It's just I can honestly probably say it's probably the first MCU shows where I'm just like, yeah, it's alright. You know, it's cool. It's got its moments, but it's just for me, it's alright.
Yeah.
You know? But leave us your guys' thoughts on everything we said in the chat below. We will be back next week, and by that time, Spider-Man, it'll be 2 days left before Spider-Man comes out. Woo!
John said, what if we see Spider-Man on the news in the next episode? That'd be some shit. That would be cool.
They're not gonna do it.
But if they did?
They're too late. I don't understand. Like, we talked about this in the other stream. Like, there's no cross promotion or cross like references to anything that's going on. You know.
The musical, Rogers the musical.
That's probably the only thing.
And Thanos.
That's probably the only thing.
I did like the mug.
The Thanos is right mug. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
But that's also the second time they're bringing this up.
Yeah. You know, like I just don't understand. Like, can we get some Eternals references? Can we get some Falcon and Winter Soldier references? Can we get some WandaVision references? You know, like, I just don't understand where the cross promotion went this year within Marvel. Like, you really never heard anybody referencing anything that happened. Everybody just says the blip, the blip, the blip. In game, in game, in game. Like,
I mean, it was kind of a big deal.
But everything that's been happening has been a big deal this whole year with all these shows. Like each show has an event that was like worldwide and people knew about it.
Not necessarily worldwide.
Well, in the U.S. to a certain extent.
Yes, in the U.S., but the blip was worldwide.
Yeah, the blip was worldwide.
It impacted everybody. It's like one of those things where, it's like when JFK was shot. You knew where you were. Everybody knows where they were. It's like when Diana died. I guess for that generation, everybody knew where they were. When the blip happened, if you weren't blipped or if you weren't whatever, you knew where you were.
Yeah. When
you saw your loved one, like Tony knows where he was.
Yeah.
Watching Spider-Man, watching Peter Parker.
Cause you wanna know something weird for me? Like, so we don't know the end of the show, but this seems like the most street level show that has come out this year.
Like Earth-centric, like down to earth show.
Yeah, like there's no like all this is happening in New York, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no like, you know, big tragedy like that's happening like throughout the whole states, because like in Falcon Winter Soldier it was like a kind of almost a worldwide thing with the, what were they called?
Flag Smashers.
Flag Smashers.
It was worldwide because
that's what I'm saying.
When he killed that guy.
So the scale of like this show is like really, really small.
Wanda's was small too. I mean, she took over a town. I don't know that they would have gotten news coverage outside of the town. Maybe, I don't know. But hers was just a town, like in Pennsylvania or something, wasn't it? And it was like limited to that. But I don't remember.
It was somewhere. I forgot where it was.
Yeah, but that one didn't really go beyond their own borders. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this, I guess.
Yeah, I would just like to see next year with the shows Marvel. Like, let's get some cross-referencing and like mention, like, say Shang-Chi's name or something, you know, or just like show me a news article or something of something that happened in another show. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Like, just show me something that like shows us that this is all in the same universe. And we talked about that on the last stream. But
yeah, just to be able to tie it in at least.
Look, Marvel, just hit up your boy and your girl, man. Like, we can really solve all these problems here and there. They just gotta do better, and we've seen them do better. I think that's really what the main thing is. We've seen them do better, and it's like it's kind of sad that we're hyped for like all the new projects that's coming out in 2022. We're hyped about them because they have all the old MCU people and not like none of the new people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn about Shang-Chi 2 right now. Like, I don't give a damn about like, I mean, Loki I do give a damn about. But it's like, I don't give a damn about Yelena Belova right now. I don't give a damn about Kate. You know?
Yeah. So
it's like, for these new heroes and people that they're introducing, man, we gotta do a better job at. I know it's a show. I get it. It's a show. But I think we gotta do a better job at, like, you know, setting them up better. Cause honestly, the villains have been the best part of almost each series.
Agatha, Kang, yeah.
Yeah, New Cap.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm saying. The villains have been the best thing of each show, almost, except for this show. Villain trash.
So I don't know how it happens in comics, but could the Dark Avengers be the next like big Avengers?
It could be.
In the sense of like all of these like new Hawkeye, new Black Widow, and all of them are just not up to par with where they should be, and maybe it's intentional that they're making them like not so great characters.
Maybe.
I don't know how it goes in the comics, but
that's a good question. I don't know. But I just think they definitely gotta do better. You know, like I said, I love the villains that have been shown thus far. But for me, the heroes have kind of taken like a backseat, especially the new heroes. And that's not all the new heroes, but it's just like, for me, I just, it's, Yelena's cool, but to see her as the new Black Widow, I'm like, eh. You know, Kate is decent. To see her as the next Hawkeye, I'm like, eh. You know, like, it's just, right now it's not lining up for me.
yeah.
But I mean, we got new shows and everything coming out next year and stuff like that. Like, even the Eternals, for me, like, I can't even see, like, I wouldn't even care if, like, they met anybody, you know? Like, they're kind of, like, extra for me, you know? Like, I just want to see Eternals do their Eternals thing. I don't even want to see them, like, come and talk to, you know? Like, there's been nobody this year thus far that's like, man, I can't wait to see him in the future. Like, ooh, you know? Like, it just, what about you? Like, is there anything that you've seen thus far, like, and it's been, like, new? And you're like, man, I can't wait to see more of this character in the future.
I think Eternals was cool because it was different.
Yeah.
Am I looking forward already to Eternals 2? Meh. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Nothing new. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier had old people. Wanda was old.
See, I'm looking forward to the Agatha show.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Captain
seeing.
Han can carry it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the new Cap wherever he's going. Like, if they announce a project for him, I'm like, yeah, I'm watching that. You know, like I'm looking forward to the villains. I'm looking forward to seeing Kang again. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just weird for me. Like, I'm not looking forward to seeing these heroes again.
So John asked, what's the next Avenger film with someone new? So you got Spider-Man, Miss Marvel's a show. You got the Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder. And then She-Hulk is a show. So that's the next show with someone new. And then technically Black Panther is going to be with somebody new.
Yeah.
But it's not a new character. And then the Marvels, I mean, you'll have somebody, I'm assuming Monica Rambeau in that. And then Guardians Christmas Special, Ant-Man, Quantumania. I mean, that'll have Kang, so someone new, I guess. Then you have Guardians. It's all the old Guardians, you know. And then Fantastic Four in 2023 is their guess. But, yeah, I mean, we don't really have anything with new people coming out necessarily, unless it's the villains.
Even at the end of Eternals, they was like, introducing Thanos' younger brother. Whatever.
Was it Niall Horan, or I can't think of his name. I think it's him.
Harry Styles?
Harry Styles, thank you.
I don't even care. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking for. I don't care.
But see, that's them going younger, because that does not strike me as Thanos'
younger brother. Like, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like, I should care.
But that's because Josh Brolin's such a commanding figure on the screen.
Yes,
he was a
like,
commanding figure as Thanos.
I think Marvel's definitely trying to go younger.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, we don't hate young actors, okay?
No.
Like, give us a break. We don't hate young actors, but it's just like, if y'all introducing the character Thanos' younger brother, you know, like, that should be something that lasts with us for a while. Like, oh shit, we just seen Thanos' little brother. Like, if somebody told me Thanos' little brother was at the end of Eternals, I'd be like, oh shit, for real?
Who is it?
Let me go look him up, you know?
Harry Styles. He's the singer?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Watermelon
really?
Sugar? Okay.
And I'm like, this is Thanos' little bro? Like, get the hell out, you know? So, I don't know.
Same mom, different dad, okay?
Yeah, man. We might be on the team villains. You know, this
That's
Marvel,
what I'm saying.
this
Maybe,
Marvel phase around.
Maybe
man.
Marvel's going to focus on that until Fantastic Four.
I wouldn't mind if the villains just took all these people out, to be honest. 'Cause I like the villains better. From what we've seen this year.
Yeah.
I feel like the villains better.
Kind of had some badass villains.
Yeah, we have. And I mean, other than the guy in WandaVision, I thought he was pretty cheesy.
Oh.
The
I can't even think of his name. But Agatha, to me, was the villain.
Yeah.
Agatha, Kang, Bad Cap, I can't think of his name, John
Yeah.
Walker. And even in this show, Echo,
Yeah.
I think is a good villain. Yelena,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a villain or not.
You know what's sad? I'm looking forward to seeing Val again more than I'm looking forward to seeing most of these people.
And Julia Louis-Dreyfus can command a screen.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see where Val shows up next. I'm looking for Val. I don't know shit about Val, but I want to see her more versus Kate or Yelena.
Yeah.
Like,
John said Electro looking badass.
Jamie Foxx, yeah, man, he got a new wardrobe, man. He looking good.
They upgraded him. Frozone.
Yeah, I mean, that Spider-Man gonna be crazy, but like,
He said that man's getting back with a drip.
he did. He was mad about his last. We'll watch it and see. You'll see. They did him wrong.
Really?
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's sad.
But man, yeah, we just gotta do better, Marvel. Like, we love the villains, but the new, like, we get that Marvel's trying to go young. Yo, the worst thing they could do, honestly, is announce like a young Wolverine.
Oh my god.
Cause Hugh Jackman is like legendary. Like,
Who would you
as
even get
Wolverine.
to play that?
You gotta get somebody established. I'm good, thank you. You gotta get somebody established. But I don't know. Maybe Harry Styles and all these people are established in the younger generation, and that's why people like us are like, what the fuck?
I mean, I haven't seen Haley Steinfeld in some of her like bigger stuff that everybody loves her for. I've seen her in Pitch Perfect, and she was kind of the same character.
Really?
Like a little like ditzy, you know.
Wow.
Didn't really know like the right times to say things. That's just her character. It worked
Wow.
in Pitch Perfect. That
So
was
she's
fine.
been doing this.
Kind of. It's a very similar character. So.
I mean, we trust Lord Feige and what he's doing. But
You sound like a Star Wars character. Lord Feige.
Lord Feige, we trust Lord Kevin, Lord Feige. We know what he's doing. But like I said, we just wanna see. We just want to see Marvel do better for Hawkeye because he's been put to the side for so long, and now he's getting pushed to the side once again. And I just thought this would have been the best chance for Hawkeye to really like be that show that was a sleeper show, like a cult classic, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, it's not.
We just wanted better for him.
We did, man. And with 2 episodes left, like, I was really hoping, like, the second half of the series was going to be just phenomenal from 3, 4, 5, 6, you know. But for me, it's just been, like, lukewarm. It hasn't been, like, it's not something exciting, you know. It's, like, it was something cool to see, like how John said, like, the rooftop fight was cool, but was it like, oh shit, like
it wasn't like Falcon and Winter Soldier cool. Like we were into those fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like when he's going ham on that dude, and like you were saying afterwards, when Bucky and Falcon are fighting him to take the sword or the shield back.
Yes.
I mean, those were some scenes.
Those were some
even Wanda and
Agatha scenes. Yeah.
It was a good scene. Even well, I mean, there was no scenes like that really in Loki, but just the dynamic. I think the acting and the writing in Loki really carried that show. Yeah.
Even the little action scenes in Loki, like, you didn't mind.
No,
like, they were just like, you know, they were cool.
Getting chased by Aelith, whatever you called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
fight,
cool scenes.
Like, Loki was shot really great too. Like, the cinematography for Loki was.
Even this show was shot really well. Even when she flicked the whatever nickel thing or whatever that was on the tree, and they slow-moed it all the way over. That was cool. The whole like action scene in episode 3, that was shot really good too. But that one scene where they just pan from the back seat of the car, and that's literally how it's shot the whole time. I think they shot it really well. I just think the story and the writing just needed to be better.
Yeah. But, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys leave your final comments and thoughts about the show in the chat. I will be streaming. We'll do like a 20-minute intermission, but I will stream and play some games. Make a few announcements after we wrap up the Hawkeye stream. So you guys make sure to leave your final thoughts and comments for Miss M before she departs. But like I said earlier, the series overall for me is just I give it a 3 out of 5 for the whole series. I will give it a 3 out of 5. And if I'm going on a 10 rating, I'm gonna give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for me.
I give it a 6.5.
6.5.
Maybe 7.
You give it a 6.5, maybe 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just from like I said, I wouldn't rewatch this.
Right.
Like I really wouldn't. So it's like, I would probably watch. I would rewatch this to talk shit about it. Like, and point out more stuff that I probably didn't even see, you know.
The first time.
Yeah, you know, and that's like, I shouldn't want to watch a show for that. I should want to watch a show to be invested in it and, like, actually care.
Yeah. John gave it a 7. So we're pretty spot. We're all there.
Yeah, John gave it a soft 7. I'm going to give it a hard 6. And you gave it a 6.5? 6.5?
7. 6 3/4. How about that?
But look, man, I'm not giving up hope on Hawkeye just yet, y'all. Like, I honestly think, you know, the next 2 episodes are gonna be really good. But it's just unfortunate that it's about to get just pushed out of the way for the whole multiverse. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's excited about this Doctor Strange Spider-Man shit, you know. So it's like, I just feel bad for my guy Hawkeye once again, because no matter how good these episodes are, I just don't see it. Like, I just don't see the news outweighing anything that comes from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a movie versus a show too, so you know, it's like, I don't know. I just feel bad. I feel bad for my boy once again, man. Once again.
Poor Clint.
My guy gets pushed to the side. But the stream actually went like a lot calmer than I thought it would. I thought I was gonna be ranting and going crazy
because you took your medicine.
Yeah, I did. I did take my medicine. I made sure I took my medicine before the stream. Cause like after watching it, after watching episode 4, I was just like, I was I felt some kind of way, but you know, after talking with Miss Sim and talking like with everybody in the chat, like I am able to see different things, even though we were able to point out things that we didn't even see. You know, like fucking Echo
on the rope.
Echo, she don't give a fuck, and then she's like, all right, I'm out.
One arrow, she done.
Yeah, she's like, all right, y'all ain't playing, huh?
You shot me. You actually shot me.
She almost kicked this girl through the middle of the room and all that stuff, and then she's like, all right, so you for real, you shooting arrows now.
Well,
Okay.
that's what we're doing.
All right, so I'm gonna leave.
I'm out. All right, I'm out.
So we ain't fighting hand to hand? All right, I'm just go home now. And that was funny. But any closing remarks before you depart, Miss Sim?
I hope episode 5 and 6 are better, and maybe your socks will get knocked off. If they're not already off for Spider-Man, so. You may not have socks left anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my socks halfway on and halfway off because it's gonna be Spider-Man week. Unfortunately, watching episode 5 might make me pull them all the way up, and then hopefully Spider-Man knocks them right the hell off. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And we also gotta figure out what day we want to do a Spider-Man stream, because I know a lot of people won't be able to see it, because if you ain't got your tickets yet, then you're fucked. So we're gonna figure out that day, and let's keep talking in the Discord, and hopefully I got y'all tickets for Spider-Man. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, John, if you still here right now, listen to me, bro. Do not go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, MySpace, you know, like any of that stuff over that weekend, bro, because somebody will, I'm telling you, somebody will. It'll be the least person that you think that's gonna spoil something, or you're just gonna be looking online for something else and end up seeing like somebody say what happened at the end or the post credit or something like that, you know. So it's like, trust me, I've been through it. I forgot what movie I didn't get the tickets for, but like the movie that came out, and I was like, you know what? I don't have to stay off social media. Like, I know what to look at and I know what not to look at, and you know, nobody won't spoil it for me. As soon as I open my social media, oh my God, when this happened, I'm like, no, I haven't seen it yet. You know, like, stop. You know, so it's like, just stay off social media, John. I'm telling you, because you do not want this ruined. You know, you really want to see what happens for yourself. You know, and I think honestly, Sony and Marvel has done a great job at marketing this movie. Oh yeah. You know, because like, they even showing all the villains, and the villains got interviews and stuff like that, but they haven't even said not a thing about Toby and Andrew, and they keep even making kind of fun about it. Like, they're like in on the joke and stuff like that. So I want to say good job with the marketing, Sony and Marvel, for Spider-Man, not Hawkeye, but great job with the marketing, and it's gonna be a wild ride. I know it. Well, we got 5 tickets.
Yeah, we got 5.
5 tickets. Yeah, we're gonna go see it next Thursday in 3D.
10:30. Oh,
it was an accident, but
3D. I was like, what?
Spider-Man 3D. You know what I'm saying? It's the 3rd one. You know, in 3D. You know.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
3D.
Redeemed.
Yeah. But that's gonna be a wrap for today's stream. Actually, no, we're gonna go on a quick little intermission. Then I'll probably stick around, play a few games, make a few announcements, but make sure you guys like the stream, join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord already. Do we got any closing chats before you?
John said it's not fair. Hawkeye needs this.
It's too late. It's too late for Hawkeye, man. You know.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you, Clint, for these next 2 last episodes. You know, I still think he's gonna be gone. I don't think he's gonna make it after episode 6. You know, just my early thoughts.
That'd be sad.
Somebody, him or the family, somebody's going.
Oh, I don't want to cry for Christmas. That's horrible.
You might have to cry for Christmas because Hawkeye ain't gonna be here. It's gonna be Kate Bishop.
Oh, if it was the dog, I'd cry. Little pizza dog. Oh.
If they took the dog out, you're
Hell no.
Pizza dog gotta bite the bullet.
I'd be like, take Kate, not the dog. No, leave the dog.
You'd rather Kate bite the bullet than the dog.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you that too. That's funny. I was about to ask you, would you rather Kate bite the bullet or a dog? You like Kate?
Question?
You like Kate? I'd rather see Kate
Dog
get
didn't
out of
do
here.
nothing. She's got arrows. It's not the dog's fault she don't know how to use them.
That dog be eating everything too. That's funny as hell.
The Cheez-Its, right when
Oh
he
my
comes
God.
in. He's so cute. I love that dog. Airbud.
That is Airbud. Low key,
Yeah,
got a new
he's a
job.
retriever.
Got a new job in Marvel.
Brought him out of retirement.
Oh
Son of
shit.
Airbud.
Airbud is in Marvel.
They
Holy
brought
shit.
his younger version too.
Oh my god, that's funny. But stay positive. Always try to be the best person you could be. John said A for effort for Kate. I mean, I just don't feel the character. That's just me. Like I mean, and I haven't seen her act in any other show, so it's like
Yeah, it's not her fault.
I'm just not feeling her, man. But yeah. I mean, this is gonna be the next Avenger going forward, so we gotta put our best foot forward and you cheer for her and root her on.
And Kate, we trust.
Actually, I wouldn't mind. Like, it's so sad, and I'm gonna say this and we're gonna close out. It's so sad, like how you just said. Like, I would not mind seeing Kate bite the bullet versus Clint.
I didn't say Clint. I said the dog.
No, I'm just saying, like in general, like
I mean, but you're not wrong.
if Kate died by episode 6, I'd be like, damn.
R.I.P.
You know, versus Clint.
I'd feel bad, but I
If
don't
Clint-
want Clint to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, he hasn't been able to spend any time with his family without being a freaking Avenger or, like, having to deal, like, be Ronin or whatever, you know? Like, give that man a break. I think he's earned it.
Damn, Archer.
Yeah.
That man said, you're Archer,
It's
huh?
not his fault Brandon has been his phone this entire time.
Like, Archman, Arrow Man.
Yeah. Oh my god, poor thing. You're Archer. No, but okay.
Mr. Arrow,
Yeah.
right?
That would be funny if everybody was calling him like a different name the entire series.
That's funny. Hawkman. Just random shit. They should have added that in the show, honestly. Just random people calling them stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, that would have been funny.
That's true.
But
Archer.
we gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go on a quick little interlude for 15 minutes. You guys stay positive. Shout out to John, my guy, always pulling up on us, man. Loyal supporter, loyal member of the squad. We love it. And everybody else that popped up as well. We appreciate y'all love and feedback. Make sure you hit that like button for us. Stay positive. Always try to be the best person you can be. You can be what? Whoever you want to be, just look at me. Okay? We'll go on a quick... You know what I'm saying? Have to switch up the accent on him, you know what I'm talking about? We'll go on a quick little 15-minute interlude, and we'll be right back to play some games and talk some shit, alright? We'll be right back.
This man bit my toe.
Sims. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live and loaded for the second half of the stream. Shout out to Miss Sim and Sims pulling up, causing chaos. You know what I'm saying? We're good to go. Oh, it's being slow. Yeah, I think there's like a lag. That's what I was saying. I think it's like it's got to be like a lag. But we'll see how it goes. I think there's like a delay, yeah. We'll see how it goes in the next like 5 minutes because I'm gonna have to restart.